On March 15, 2007, Rebecca Becky Klein failed to show up for work at a Villa Park, Illinois long-term care home. A few hours later, she was reported missing by her partner of 7 years, Nicole Abusharif. As police launch a missing persons investigation, detectives bring Abusharif down to the station to go through Becky's last known movements and her behavior in the days leading up to her disappearance.
Okay.
You're still sitting here.
Okay.
Just sit over that chair if you would, please.
Where?
Yeah. Thanks.
Funny is here, I think it's one that because I had like the same stuff on. It wasn't mine.
Sure. They didn't call each other before you.
No, she lives in Georgia. She'll be down tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was her 41st birthday. I'm sure it was. Who's
21st?
Very bad.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm thinking, and this is 11 years old?
No,
You scared me with
it
that.
was really bad karaoke night.
All right. I want to start a little bit more at the beginning. You know, first officer, Dave was his name, took a lot of notes when he first got there.
Okay.
You know, and then obviously we got involved in this, and I started picking it up from that point on. So I want to kind of revert back to the beginning, you know, of everything that we can, you know, what transpired, you know, up to probably we're sitting here right now. One or two things I want to let you know. This room is recorded.
Yeah.
The reason we do that is, you know, we make sure things you say we don't misconstrue or vice versa. You know, we've got everything in detail in case we're not the best note takers in the world.
Fine.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, it's fine. I installed these for you guys.
Oh, okay.
I know this is very well.
All right. The one thing I don't have, believe this or not, because I was taking names and phone numbers down, I don't have everything about you.
Okay.
What is your name?
Nicole Abusharif.
Use a middle name, Nicole?
A middle initial M.
And spell that last name.
Abusharif in the break.
What nationality is that?
Polish, Irish, Arabic.
Polish, Irish?
Yeah, yeah.
What was your birthday?
9/14/80. I'm sorry, I'm off breather right now. I'm gonna just go over this stuff.
What, 250, right? North Michigan, or North
Harvard.
What's the home number there?
The telephone number?
The main number, yeah, not a cell.
Should I actually laugh and make one number though? No, 630-279-6268.
And your cell number is what?
630-202-6689.
89? Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you currently working?
Yeah. Well, there's been a little bit of problem with that the last week.
Right.
I had cancer, liver cancer.
Really?
Yeah, and I just, it's just a very small company. I was the first person they ever hired. We got this big, like, 2 million cameras for this rural police department, like the outside ones, the big box ones. And the owner of the company came in and decided that I was sick again, like someone was away. No, I've been working out, I'm doing good, you know. And decided that she wanted a note from my cancer doctor saying that she wanted my file, and I said, there's no way, you have no right to that. So now we're battling back and forth if you're, like, messing with my rights to if you're, you know, if you deserve to have this information. It's only because she thinks I'm sick, and she's basically a millionaire and gets what she wants, so
yeah.
She's trying to push my buttons, I think.
Wow. What company you work for?
Secure Integrations.
Secure?
Integrations, yeah. I think they actually officially fired me yesterday, I'm not really sure.
What does that mean?
Well, because they kept saying, like, I have, like, a week to get this note or something like that, and I was like, well, no. And then Becky, they wanted me to sign this thing, and Becky read it. Someone else actually knew what it said, so I brought it home to Becky, and she was like, they were saying something about that. If I didn't comply by, what was it, Friday with this note, they're assuming I resigned. just trying to get me, like, push me out. I think a little, actually the guy who's there, Rob, I don't know his last name.
He's the houser?
Yeah, he's up my, yeah.
Oh, that was the guy with the goatee glasses, the whole deal. All right, he left a voicemail on, and not to jump way ahead here, on Becky's phone. When we found it in the basement, I went through all of her voicemails. Yes.
Really?
And it was actually, Becky, this is Rob, could you have, Nicole call me?
I've been sick, so I've just been, like, ignoring everybody lately. I just started answering the phone.
Okay.
I did bad things.
All right. Sorry about that. Let's go back to a little bit of the beginning. You met Becky how long ago?
Probably about, 9 years ago, 8 years ago. We've been together almost 7. So, yeah, 8 or 9 years, I'm guessing.
And now obviously we say we met, but you've been together. How did you meet? What was it?
She was my boss, actually.
Okay. Where'd you work for?
It's called Helping Hand in Lockport.
Okay, you told me that.
Yes, they called me Eric, too. Messed up time.
Okay. And for about the last 7 years, you've had a relationship with her? Okay. No on, off again, on, off again, on, off again?
Never. It was one time, maybe like, we were together probably about a good 2 years, just to make sure this is what we both wanted. We didn't want to mess with the girl before. She wouldn't want to tell everyone, make everyone deal with this stuff, as we do for sure. Everyone had an idea, but it wasn't like, this is definitely what's going on. Her mom, basically, her mom, they call it welcome to the family. That's how her mom is, though, very, she knows you for 2 days, she takes you in, and it's an awesome family. I love them. Her sister, we knew, had a really hard time with it, and she did.
Your sister that's at the house?
Yeah, it's the only sister she has, had a really hard time with it for a little while. Loved me, we were good friends, and we hang out and go, like, here and there and stuff like that, and she just went talking to Becky for a couple of weeks, and Becky, she's so close to their family, had a really hard time with that. Kind of thing. And then Melanie was fine with me for a little while, and then one day she called 6 months later, screaming at her about it. You know what? Deal with it. Like, this is who I'm with. And I was proud of her because she doesn't usually. It's more like she doesn't want to disappoint her family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was like, no, this is what I'm doing. And
how did her parents take it? Eventually,
her mom. Honestly, God, got right up and said, "Welcome to my family."
Really?
Her mom just, she
so
kind of
there was no early issues with them either.
No. I think her dad might have been a little more standoffish about it, but once he realized I was doing, I made her do a retirement plan. She never did that stuff with her other boyfriends, whatever. How much money to this, blah, blah, this. Now it's more like, make a budget, do this kind of thing. He actually was like, okay. Like, I think he's more worried about the financial aspect of it, so he was pretty okay with that.
Right. When you started your relationship, were you living together back at that point, 7 years ago?
Just about, yeah. We were only probably together like a couple months, and me and Eric were already planning on moving in together to get out of our houses kind of thing. My family's not that great, obviously, so her family is basically my family. So me and Eric agreed that Becky was actually engaged to somebody who, someone on the couch the last year before they were supposed to get married, but did not want to stay at the cost of the wedding because of what her family would say about it. She didn't want to disappoint anybody. I guess how much she would support my family thinks is what she's so scared about, Not that they'd be hard on her for it. They supported her for it no matter what. So then she ended up saying, well, I want to move out too. So I was like, it's been like a month. I wasn't sure, that's fine, whatever. So we always rented a house for a month.
Okay.
And that was because we worked in Lockport. And for my family, and to Eric's family, Juliet, it was 20 minutes, both ways. So it's kind of, well, just take 1 month, it was just something that happened.
Right. And you rented a house in Lamont?
Yeah, for a year. We bought one next year.
And how long were you living in Lamont then?
Altogether, probably.
And then you purchased this house in Villa Park? Okay.
That's the best you could ever think.
Were you guys still working together for most of those years?
No, it was not. She's been in range of motion for probably at least 5, I think, 5 or 6 years.
When she went to range of motion, were you still working with Helping Hand?
Yeah, for a while. I was going to school in between, here and there. She went to work. She went with a range of motion. I actually volunteered there sometimes, but even now, we do. It's Christmas Eve. No one wants to work, so there was this guy Joey that I love. He was my guy, and I have to be taking them out to breakfast in the morning. I work like here and there for them sometimes. It's one of those jobs where like, I can't believe they pay me to do this. Like, they pay me to go to a movie with these guys. Like, they're fun. They're just awesome. You know, they're cool.
Okay. Why don't we lead a little bit more into this week? It's already Friday of this week, and I know you told us you've been ill for a while. Have you seen a doctor?
No.
Okay. What, to a degree, what are your symptoms? Is it flu?
I actually thought it was a sinus thing. It was all like right here. I was pulling my nose every 10 seconds. I actually had like a blister like right here. It was really gross. And she laughed at me because I hate being a mouth breather, and I hate like mouth breathers. So like she was gum, so I'd be like, I couldn't breathe. You know, it was so bad. And, like, I mean, I was so tired. I didn't take a shower for like 2 days. Like it was bad. I just like laid there. I was getting like real sweaty. I had the air on.
When did that kind of kick in?
Oh God, probably it's been almost a week. I would say like Sunday. I was really upset. I was not good.
Okay. She work every day this week?
Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't work any days this week at all?
No. I got bad. I got bad. And it was even like yesterday with her Melanie where we're doing like the jungle gym, all that stuff. Like we're the party. Like she was like, right, they're gonna crawl into the pool hall, grab this animal. Ryan is a huge animal, like, you know, kind of thing. You can go to the zoo and he'll tell you things are nocturnal. And I'm like, what? You're for? Like, you can't say that, you know.
Oh, okay.
So they were doing that, so I was laying smelling on the couch while they were eating dinner. So I don't know that's why he was like, what'd she have for dinner?
All right.
I was watching.
So this week, for the most part, as far as activities, did you guys go out anywhere?
No,
do anything at all? I know you said you're sick.
Yeah,
but
no, not at all. Not at all.
Anyone else?
Do anything with anybody else?
Yeah, she go out?
She was working a lot with, they have, the guy who owns her business, they work in his basement. So he has 2 daycares he owns, and basically, when I was going to school, there was this lady, it was raining outside, and, fully all bloody, basically, she had slippers on, it was really weird, so I stopped. It turned out that she was missing, she had, Alzheimer's, whatever.
Right.
So I went to her and we were talking about how there's no place for these people to go. Like a neighbor would watch kind of thing. Bec's like, you know what? And she told her boss about it, and so they wanted to expand the daycare, even adult daycare, because no one like offers that. So they just had their open house 2 weeks ago. She's really excited about that. She was working kind of back and forth on that for a long time. Then they did where they intermingle some of the kids with the adults, just to kind of see how they would interact with each other. And she was so nervous about it. She's like, they had the best time. They're sitting on his lap, and like she was just nonstop. She was so excited about it.
Okay.
But she's been working like weird hours.
You mentioned she had worked late for most of the week.
Yeah.
What would be late? What would be a late hour?
Usually, she kind of makes her own schedule. Like, so usually Friday, she'll be home a little bit earlier.
Right.
So I don't think she was planning on being in that long today.
She normally leave at about 7:30 in the morning?
Yeah, that's why, so I didn't look at the clock. I just thought it was her usual, like 7:30. Depends on what she's got to run in the morning, what she has to do. She has to go to daycare. You know, she's more like, she loved it because it's half office time, half activities. It was like the best of both worlds, you know. She never had time to get sick of one or the other.
What time was she coming home this week? When you
What was it? I think it must have been 4:30, maybe 4 o'clock. It was before Melanie got there. They kind of just met, actually. But she did work out though. She got off. Usually she's off at like 3, I would say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just she rather her day is like I rather sleep in and come back late. And it's like, all right, that's fine for me. She's more like very much out. Like when we lived in Vermont, get up at 5, quarter to 5.
That's what I want to ask. When you say late, you know, to me getting home by 3 or 3:30 on a normal basis, it's like probably 3 hours.
Right? No, yeah, but she makes them up. You know, she loves her job. It's just.
Okay. No work problems that she ever complained of?
No.
Problems with the boss? Anything going on there?
No, he irritates her sometimes, like not doing stuff. And I mean, that's why when you asked what his last name was, everyone's like, Waller. She's always like, damn, Waller. Like, it's just, no, they're good. He's a nice guy.
She usually bring her cell phone with her wherever she goes?
Yeah, you know, though she was cleaning everything. When Melanie called, Melanie got there. No, first Melanie called when she was vacuuming. Asked her about something about meatballs or something like that. I'm not really sure. And she found them. And then they started doing where this is going to go, where that's going to go. And they had dinner and stuff like that.
What time do you think Melanie showed up yesterday?
It was probably right around Becky. So maybe like 4:30. I would say around there. Give or take.
How long was she there?
Was it just Melanie?
No.
Just or Melanie?
Ryan went to his, not Becky's mom's house, but the other grandma's house, because he'd be too much in the way. And I couldn't play with them or anything, so I didn't want to get him sick for a day. We have, with her family every Tuesday. It's Tuesday night dinner. So everyone goes just to kind of hang out, you know. And I didn't go just because I don't want to get really sick, especially him for his birthday, you know.
Right. So Melanie shows about 4:30.
She wasn't there. I mean, she wasn't there late. I know, like Becky was exhausted. I don't know, just from working out kind of thing. Becky, Melanie left, and then she was watching some movie, and she was telling me about she's the elliptical, and she was excited. She stayed 18 minutes on it, and then she told me like all her hair was sore, stuff like that. So.
Do you know when Melanie actually left?
I have no idea, honestly.
Were you up? You said you got up for change of scenery.
Yeah, I just.
Were you on the couch? Were you watching a certain show?
I was watching TV. Maybe everyone was Raymond. I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay. And Becky stays up with you.
Mhm.
All right. Chatting about the workout, the elliptical. What else?
About it. Gave her kind of a half-assed background. Like I was like, okay, it hurts. She's like, all right. She's feeling my muscles, kind of thing. She's happy she's getting a butt. Her side of the family, they don't have one. It goes like, we all make fun of her for it, you know. So she decided when we left, she's like, I'm so exhausted. She actually started falling asleep on the couch too.
Okay.
And then I woke up. She actually woke me up and told us to go to bed.
What time do you think that was?
The news was on, so I know usually I laugh at her because she watches the news and she goes Will and Grace. On the first episode, she watches the last 15 minutes, and the next one only the first 15 minutes, and she turns it off. I'm like, why are you bother watching it? Like, watch one show, you know, kind of thing. And that wasn't mine, so I don't know.
So sometime during the news, and we're assuming we mean 10 o'clock news versus Channel 9, 9 o'clock, or Fox 9 o'clock?
Yeah, she usually doesn't go to bed before 10. Usually it's probably about 10:30, give or take.
Both these run together.
Yeah, she made me Theraflu, like, about an hour before that, and she gave me some NyQuil tablets. So I was good to go.
All in the middle of the night? No, she got up at all in the middle of the night?
I was on doubt. I have no idea. I'm doubt I didn't get up at all.
Okay. Was she normally, was she a sound sleeper, sleeps through the nights, gets up, wanders, goes back on the eat?
Sundays she has a hard time sleeping. It takes her a while. She'll be up, like, not every Sunday, like more in the summertime, but every Sunday she cannot fall asleep.
Why is that?
Just because it's the weekend, like turning around or something like that, like she'll be up by like midnight kind of thing, and then she's so exhausted on one day, then, you know, then she's back in her schedule kind of thing, but no.
Right.
She has her water on the side of the bed, the little sippy cup thing. She is like obsessed about it.
Right. All right. So you go hitting the sack about 10:30.
Yeah.
All right. What's the
I
next
was
thing?
sleeping, like she woke me up as I was going to bed. So.
What's the next thing you remember?
Her kissing me, and then I made fun of her because she was wearing.
I mean, did she have to wake you up? Do you know? Or?
No, I kind of wake up to her. I mean, she's always like shy to me, a kiss, and tells me she loves me. Like sometimes like, I wake up, sometimes I don't. I do the same thing to her if I leave before she does. Then telling her she had my shirt on, like, oh, you have my shirt on, and she just laughed at me.
And usually after, if, you know, something of that nature, does she actually leave the house?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That,
I'm
she's up, she's changed, she's ready to go to work.
I'm usually the last.
Even though you're still in bed, but she might be learning how to.
Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes. Usually I think I'm her last stop, but really, I don't know. I mean, it's coffee or she'll have breakfast sometimes, but like I have snacks in there and like stuff like that. Like she's very much like prepared food. And
Did you happen to notice this morning if there was a coffee cup or cereal bowl or anything like that?
No, there was a coffee cup on the counter, actually. There was. There was one in the sink, so. Usually Fridays, though, I don't know. Fridays she does not usually, she goes up to lunch, something like that, and get it. And goes to get a bagel. She worked out all week. It's kind of like a little treat to herself. So I don't know. I know, stuff's done, right? She was totally digging the whole working out thing this time.
Now, it's earlier, and not that you said I don't believe you looked at a clock.
No, I didn't.
But you believe that was around the 7:30 time?
Usually, that's the time she usually leaves, and I just assumed that's when she left. Honestly, it could have been about 9:30. I just always, she's very much a creature of habit. That's the thing, it's very much, this is.
Okay. What time do you think you got up?
We
stopped normal out of bed?
I was probably like, I think John didn't wake me up, but I was kind of like, he called me up the car. He actually remember asked for one officer wanted to see it. It was like 11:37. I'm like 10 minutes before he followed. I like this one. She always tells me you could throw rocks at me, I wouldn't wake up. Very true.
What does John say when he calls?
He actually, when I was here, he's like, where are you at? And I was like, huh? He's like, oh, this is Nicole. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, it's me. He's like, where is she? She coming in today? I was like, she should have been there. So I was waiting. I called her mom. This is her mom talked to her. I called Melanie. I called her cell phone.
I mean, was it a short conversation?
Yeah, very much. And I called
him. Sorry, let me back up here though. He calls, thinks initially he's talking to Becky.
He's like, he asked me, he said, where are you at? I'm like, at home. He's like, oh, this is Nicole. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm obviously looking for Becky. I was like, she's not there? He said, no. I'm like, she left for work. She should have been there. And he's like, okay. He's like, I've been looking for her. He's like, she's kind of making me worried. I was like, when you call her cell phone? He's like, a couple times I called her. I was like, okay. So I tried to call her, and I called her mom. So I called Melanie to see if they talked to her. I know she was doing like errands for like the birthday party that's coming up, you know. So we had to get like Ryan wants to swing like a Tarzan thing. I hook and put like the thing so you could swing across the river with. I didn't know if she was going to get that or would.
Would she normally go to the office? For example, she brings the work, van home, okay? If she had places to go or people to pick up or,
yeah, she'll do it so she can
would she actually go, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she'll do it.
Where he says, maybe he hadn't heard from her, mainly because she didn't have her phone with her, but would she normally go in, like we come in and sign in, they know we're here. Does she do that with her place?
Depends, because she does, like I said, sometimes it's half activities at this, so she knows, like, she used to have, every Wednesday was her late night. It hasn't really been that way for a while. She wouldn't start till 9 or 10, because she knew she wasn't getting off till 9. So she kind of, she makes her own schedule. It differs.
Right, but I guess maybe a simple way to ask this, would she go to that office every day? Or could she just be working?
Oh, no, she can be working out with them. Not often, but she's usually at the office first. She always has stuff to do.
She'll go in and sign in or do a time card thing, punch a clock, anything like that?
She signs in, but if she doesn't, she's on salary.
So it's not something she has to do every day? Okay.
No, she pretty much, she does everything there. There's John is the owner, and there's Becky who does everything, basically. And she has actually crossed over to the daycares and all this stuff. So she's been running around a lot to the daycares back and forth, too, so.
All right. After he makes the call to you, who do you think you called first?
Her mom. No, it might have been Melanie. Because I know her Melanie had she wanted to run errands for her or something like that, so I called her.
Called her mom?
But she didn't answer.
Did you use your house phone to call? Or
no, my cell phone. All the numbers are in there, yeah.
Did you call everyone using your cell? And I ask this because down the line we have to do a phone study here.
Yeah, I started to. My phone kept dying. I didn't charge it overnight. I just got plugged in, so I called her. I think it was more myself, and I called my brother and just to see if they talked,
right. Becky's mom.
Becky's dad called me.
He called you?
Yeah, because Becky's mom called her, and then it's more back and forth. I think I called my dad just vaguely. They don't talk or anything, but sometimes they do. Like if he needs directions or something like that, they'll call. Excuse me. I called my dad. I called my brother. I called Erica. I don't know. I just started calling people because it just wasn't,
Okay. What happens next after these phone calls or the phone tree is starting out here?
I think I called John once back too, just to see if he talked to her, see if Dawn's talked to her, anything like that. And he said they've all been trying to call her, kind of thing.
Okay.
So then I kind of started driving around just to kind of see.
You went out and drove around?
Yeah, I was trying to see, I don't know which way they go because everyone was like St. Charles, but the roads I don't know the names. And I'm like, I don't know if it's that way, but then there were towns that way one time, so I was like, I don't know. So I kind of went the way she would go to work.
What would that have been?
Honestly, I don't know the streets. Like by my house, if you go out on the main street, like what's the main street route here?
St. Charles?
St. Charles.
St. Charles, okay, so.
Well, if you would have exited your house, would you have headed right to St. Charles?
Right, yeah, right on St. Charles, so we're going that way from my house.
Right, but I'm talking, you live on Harvard.
Yeah.
Would you have gone directly, that's what I'm saying, it would have been south, it would have been to the main street, St. Charles? Or did you drive up in onto
No, I went right from my house, I mean, right to St. Charles.
What time do you think that would have been?
John called me, and he calls. It's afternoon, I know that, I'm not really sure.
And where were you going to go?
I just maybe try to see, I know John said that her van was there, her old van, the one that she always drives, so I was like, okay. But I had the key for it.
He had already told you that?
Yeah. He's like, apparently Dawn said he needed that van this morning. Like, where is she? You know what I mean? Dawn want to use hers. She said it was in the shop for repairs, so he couldn't use hers kind of thing. So that was more everything kind of started getting like kind of strange about it. So. And I was actually.
You never looked over onto that Division Street?
No, I didn't even.
When you pulled out of the driveway?
No, I didn't even think about it. I was probably talking to someone on the phone. I do that all the time. Everybody else on my phone too much. And actually, when I was coming back, I wasn't paying attention. I went around the block the other way, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, that looks like somebody top of her car. You don't really see big many.
How long do you think you were out?
I don't know, maybe 45 minutes.
Where'd you go for 45 minutes?
I was trying to figure out which way she would go. Like, I don't know. I'm not really good with that, but I just figured I would try. It just wasn't like her, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
So do you know where you went to?
Like that way, but.
Did you stop at any businesses?
I didn't end up like at Wheaton at all, so I was like, okay, like if I have my GPS, you give me an address, in mine says turn left here, turn right here. I don't have to know the street names, I don't have to know anything. It's very, very particular.
Right.
Otherwise, I get nowhere. Like for school, like for work, I have to have this thing. Like I can't go, unless, like Becky would actually, I had interviews before for different jobs, she would actually take me there once, so I knew how to get there the next day, because I can't. I'm bad with that, you know. Everything in front of me is messed up, you know what I mean? It doesn't work out for me.
Okay. You drive right back home then?
Yeah.
Did you come back like off the main road, St. Charles?
Yeah, I was up on the phone and I didn't hit Harbor, I hit the next one.
Okay.
No, I was talking to Jeff on the phone. And I'm like, you know what? And it looks like for whatever reason you don't see handicap vans around too much, you know.
And you saw the van at that time?
Yeah. And it's in my car. I was talking to Jeff. Yeah, that's what I did.
You called 911?
Yeah. No,
right. Did you go over to the van at all?
Yeah, I opened it up. I don't know, the door was open.
Did you do that? Let me ask you. You're on the phone with Jeff, you're returning home, you see the van over there. That's when you walked over to the van or drove up to the van?
I don't think I was on the phone as I walked up there, because he said he was on like 355 and he'll be right there anyway. And then Marilyn was packing up the kids to come down here too. So I was like, all right. And then I opened the door. Nobody was in there. I saw her bag, stuff like that. So I was like, okay. And then I called. It was either her mom or her dad, one of the two. And they're like, just call 911 right from there. So I was going to go home and call 911. They said to do like a missing person report. So I didn't know if you had to wait. Like, is that true for the 48 hours thing? Like, I
that's really not. That's more of a little bit of a TV thing. There's no set rule to say.
All right. Yeah.
All right, an adult missing, you got to wait. Yeah.
Right. That's just they just want to run away, stuff like that. So he told me to go home and then.
Okay.
And show you guys pictures and make her fill out a report. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it because it wasn't actually like her family, so then her mom was coming anyway, just come stay with me.
Okay.
So I was getting a little.
So then, obviously, officer shows up.
Yeah, and then he opened the door, he grabbed the keys out.
Do you remember the key being in the van when you looked in the van?
It was actually, yeah, it was in there, 'cause that's what I noticed. That's
was it in the ignition or sitting on the seat?
No, it was in the ignition. And he pulled them out, and then he looked around a little bit and opened the door and stuff like that. And then he said, would you mind pulling the van back up to the house? And I'm like, I don't even know how to drive this van. Like, I'm not really, I drive fast. So that's why, like, her van, her pace van, when she always drives, I'm not allowed to drive it. Like, at all. I'm not allowed to drive it. I'm high risk. So then, I tried to dive back in there. I pulled it in their house, and it actually has a sensor on it, so when you get close to stuff, it's like, it gets so loud, and I think
from where it was parked, did you just back it up and then?
The house, so I just turned, it was the driveway next where where the car's on this side, so I just tried to pull it up this way, backed it like that, and just turned it, pulled it right back up to the side of my house.
All right. All right. Going into, Becky's, let's call it what you will, social life. We were told, obviously, she takes like a thyroid medication. Yeah. That's it.
She has this stuff. She had surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, thyroid medicine. Allergy pills, a lot of times in the spring.
All right. I've heard somebody mention there, or I learned at some point, she had actually some shoulder problems.
She's had shoulder surgery 3 times.
Okay. Recently?
The last time we were still in Lamont, so it was probably, Mary Beth was here. It was probably 2 years ago, I think. And that was kind of my fault. So she hurt herself in college, basically. They were drunk and something about soap on the floor. She slammed on the stone. We were outside doing yard work. She loves, she's got the whole new garden thing and walking over and, did stuff at the other house. She got really into it. And we were moving a sandbag, and she had the garbage can up like that, and I just kind of threw it in there. Well, it yanked on her, and she just cried. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do to you? And her soul, and she's not, she was so mad about some stuff, and her shoulder will hurt, but not, and she hysterically started crying.
Yeah.
When the doctor had surgery. At least it was enough time so he had the money to pay for
Would she
it.
take medication for the pain, or, you know, if there's surgeries?
She
would
takes
any-
she takes like a quarter of a Vicodin. I can give her like one muscle relaxer. She doesn't take like a 7, she will not wake up. Like it has to be like if it's like she has to like have dinner and then take it, and she just no. And it's not been hurting her. She's working out. And actually, she's just saying how good she feels in the elliptical because she's doing this. And,
Right.
you know, and that's why the whole working out stuff is she never did it. So she's always scared of it.
Right.
So, she was,
So after the surgeries, and especially having 3 of them, never addicted to any painkillers as far as you know, anything of that nature was going on. How about her drinking habits?
no, she barely drinks. She's a lightweight. I
Okay.
think beer. Like,
When she would drink, what would be her drink of choice?
Corona.
She would drink beer.
Yeah, no shots. She did a shot. It was one a drop, and she thought it was disgusting. She's like, yeah. I just laughed at her.
Okay. Any recreational drugs? Smoke any weed?
She is very straight on. No.
No.
No way. And everything affects her. Her grandma was like that too. Is like, if a medicine has a side effect 10 times. Like she gets like if she has pop before like after like 3, she's up. Like she's very just.
Was she a big? Well, of course that would wake her up. Caffeine? Was she a big coffee drinker all day?
No. She had
Sodas all day, any of that?
No, we were on Weight Watchers trying to watch her weight and all that stuff. So it was usually water, so we do coffee in the morning kind of thing. And she's like Kool-Aid mix it, you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't count your points. It's the whole one. Lost so much weight, so we else start doing it.
Okay. All right. No other bad habits that you could think of?
She barely smokes. It was like it's more summertime, like outside, like having a glass of wine or something like that. She can I have a cigarette kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, I don't care. She's trying to give me quit.
Okay. All right. I don't know, we went over it a million times. Steady relationship with you? Nothing out of the ordinary? Any tension, any arguments, any kind of tension in the
No,
area?
we sat down and figured out how much we would need. I mean, it was like we take out, you know, if it was like every 70 or every, what was it, 10,000, it's like your mortgage is roughly like $70. So like, okay, let's take out 20, we knock this off, we just save 700. It seemed it was more logical to do it that way. We weren't like tight on anything. It was just let's be more comfortable. And it was talking about the kids, stuff like that. We're gonna go to the doctor.
Were there any pressures though from this? You buy the new house, you know, a little bit of trouble with you at work recently.
No, we had
there was no real income coming in from your aspect of the, you know, if that was how it was worked out.
No, actually, my friend owns a cell phone shop, and I was talking to him, and we were gonna open one up here. She was very excited because of my work. I was on call a lot and missed a lot of stuff. So she was like, "You'd be home a lot." She's like, "That's great," and she was really gung ho about it, and we were just talking about it.
Okay. Any other?
And I was actually gonna get paid more. But he's like, well, it was cash too. The one with my 35, like 50 grand cash, is kind of.
They don't tell me that. I got friends at the IRS.
Oh, shit, okay, no. You know what I mean? She's actually really excited about it.
Anything at all that you can think of, you know, something bizarre happened with her at work with a coworker, something with. She was engaged at one time. You told us.
Yeah.
He starts lurking around again.
He's kind of
anything that you can think of relating to. Been trying to get
I know, like, I mean, thought he got married and moved out of state. He used to be like, those people, they're not cops, but they want to be cops kind of thing. They go and they look for people who have like warrants out. And,
like a bounty hunter kind of.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Fugitive.
Yeah, he always wanted to be a cop. He just never wanted to actually go to school and do it or like, kind of thing, you know.
Do you know his name? Remember it?
Keith, I know that. Her mom, she has not really seen this guy. I know the last time he was married already. He wanted her to sign the car title, and he mailed it to her, stopped by or something like that before he was moving. And they were fine. I mean, we watched his dog for him. It used to be her dog too. They had a couple dogs actually. We watched him for the weekend or something like that.
Was the breakup okay as far as you know?
Yeah, you know, he slept on the couch for the last year before they actually broke up. It was more or less, it was one of those things where she thought she's supposed to get married, and this is, you know, and I actually didn't like him. Like, he never came around a lot, his eyes, and she'd cry all the time, or she was just looked so unhappy, you know what I mean? So, we kind of, like, when she left him, it was like, everyone's so happy. And that was kind of the big thing with us, was that she's like, they were like, not sure about it, but they're like, well, I mean, look at her, and you can't say that's a bad thing, you know what I mean? I think that's more or less, like, how, like, actually, her sister, they weren't that close. And her husband, Roger, and Keith, never got along. Like, they really didn't like each other. So then, actually, the first time I met Roger, she was like, you're not going to like him. And I'm like, don't tell me that. I'm like, you know, I'm going to have this stuff in my head, I'm not going to like him, right? You know, and I did. And then he would come over on his own just to say hi to me. We had this little ghetto pool table thing going on, and we'd play. And then they kind of just, came over more, and it just got to be this, like, really nice, you know what I mean? Christmas, I go there, I always had.
Okay.
My mom was
She
out
had
of
strange
state.
phone calls or anything that you know of recently?
No, actually, I was trying to tell the other guy, but I really think he didn't care too much, about a couple things on our cars about, how we're gonna go to hell, kind of thing.
And where was that?
On our cars, in the windshield of the cars, there was,
In your driveway?
but it stopped, and it was like.
You were already here in Villa Park?
Yeah, that was the thing.
When you say on your windshield, I mean,
Like on a paper, like I'm
on a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Any other neighbors get those at all?
No, it's because of us, like, because we're two girls. I'm guessing that was what it was. And
that was about 3 months ago?
But we decided when we moved, like, in Lamont, they were both, like, 80-year-olds both sides of it. And we just weren't, like, we're not those people who, like, want it in public, or, like, you know what I mean? It just wasn't that wasn't, like, to us. Right away, they're, like, Phil and Sherry Polacco, and he actually, like, he told that he thinks he was going to get free from office or something like that. He's just that guy who says, you know, stuff like that all the time.
Who said that?
Polacco. He's
The guy that lives next door?
yes, he's
Oh.
very, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's very, he's crazy.
So did this just occur one time, or was it multiple times?
It was about 3 different times it was, 3 different times.
You never contacted the police about it, though?
No, we were just kind of like, you know, because, like, the neighbors knew, obviously, so we're like, well, someone's going to have to get over it, and that's the way it is. You know, there's a church down the street.
And what did the notes actually say?
I know it was we're all going to go to hell, or something like that. Must burn, and there was one, I'm not really sure, I can't remember what the other one was, but it was like,
Did you happen to save them?
we're going to, but then they stopped, so we're just like, okay, maybe it was just something stupid going on, you know what I mean, like some kids, we didn't think it was, we weren't scared about it, you know what I mean? Yeah, it had him, actually, I went to, that guy robbed my work, I think he was here when I know Abby was, and I was like, dude, this weird shit going on my car, you know, but it just totally stopped, and there we had him, she was like, save him, I'm like, okay, but nothing ever happened about it, so this guy, we figured it was like some teenager who maybe saw us, you know, like in the backyard or something like that, and just like, you know, trying to mess with us.
Did you have, I mean, did she get along, as neighbors do, at least with the guy next door? How about any other neighbors?
The ones on the other side of us, we used to laugh because we've heard kids, we've never seen them though, we're like, where are they, kind of thing, and finally Becky's like, see them, they're right there, and she went and talked to her, I think
Even if you have, you know,
I've never
Wait, really quick. Were any
neighbors?
neighbors now, obviously, in combination with not knowing who put these notes on the car, your windshield of your car, but any cold deals or comments maybe, or?
People across the street, really nice house, we wave and they'd be like, whatever, kind of thing, but I think it might just be their nature, I don't know. They don't seem ever.
The people right across the street with the other van you're talking about?
No, it's next to them,
Yeah,
no, next to them.
Okay.
It's like a big family, black family, or whatever, but like, yeah, you wave and they'd be like, oh, it's not important smoke, because I
with
don't outside, you know what I mean?
U-shaped driveway, white brick house, you say black
directly
family.
No, there's another one, it's a new construction, probably 2 years old or something like that. I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, like, I know they go to church all the time.
But no real neighbor problems, disputes, people walking by your house,
No, like
making
Halloween, people
comments.
are talking to us, there's one guy who, takes me to town, and he's like, you need a babysitter? And I'm like, I don't have kids, like, thanks though, and he's like, I'm like, what else you do here? We had paint in the porch, we're gonna paint and do all this stuff, and, he's like, oh, do you do dishes? He's like, yeah, I have to come over and, you know, give an estimate. I'm like, okay, he never came over, like, he wasn't bonded, I don't know, like, he just moved there, because my sister, like, looking in the house, we looked at this house, we were gonna rent it before, like, when they tried to sell it to begin with, or something like that, you know, and we're like, okay, bye now. They had, like, 4 kids in their wagon, like, I'm like, okay, you know?
All right, beyond the notes on the windshield, no real neighbor issues, any strange phone calls that even correlated with that?
No.
Any strange mail being received? So nothing, as far as out of the ordinary,
No,
that you remember?
but I'm guessing it was just some kid that may have saw something and just, like, we weren't that worried about it. At first, it was kind of like, okay, hold on, we just moved here, and it was kind of like, we're not going to hide anymore, you know, like, we're not, I think we want it, we're not going to hide at the same time, we're going to be comfortable in our house, kind of thing, and we were happy that 2 neighbors knew, and everybody was fine, and summertime, we drink with them or something like that, have a beer, like, you know, it was nice, you know what I mean, it was comfortable, so.
All right. Don't think of an ex, or her ex. Didn't seem like much came of this. What else would you think? If we're going to assume something bad is happening, what else would you think?
We were talking about it, and I don't know, like, I don't think she'd stop for someone to help. Like, it depends. She's not stupid. Like, you know, she's very naive to the world in a sense, but I think we've kind of, me and Erica have kind of broken her in a little bit, you know what I mean? Some old lady stopped, like, I would get out and push her, and she's not, you know what I mean, and we'd go out and help or something like that. Like, something like that, I can see her stopping for and helping someone. She does it. That's how she is. You know what I mean? Like, I guess if it was like a guy or something like that, like a big guy, I don't think she would. She's like, unless like she was looking for one person in the car. You know what I mean? Like, she's nice like that. Like, she would do stuff like that. That's the only thing I can think of that, you know.
Okay.
What other friends does she have in the area?
There's no friends here.
Or around, I mean, in the Chicago area.
She just started talking to Nikki. I don't know her last name. It's one of those, and she said it's a friend that there's always a problem with. Like, there's always, Becky could be like, you know, Nicole has cancer. That's great, but listen to this. Like, it's always like, so it's like, they do like they go out once every great often. She got married or something like that. So Becky kind of got sucked in, you know, and she goes out with her, like, just to go out with her. But, they do.
Do you know where she lives or anything, or phone number or anything?
No, but I found her address book, though. I can actually look up for you and try to find it. It's no big deal.
You found Becky's address?
Yes. Yeah. There's also, I talked to Monica. She's about 3 hours away. She has her really good friends. They don't see her a lot. They're college roommates, like 4 or 5 of them. Monica's the one I know a lot. I used to watch her kids while they went to eat and kind of hung out, stuff like that. They do, but they get together like at least twice a year. They try to, because now they move. They're all dealing with lawyers, you know, all this stuff like that, getting married and all this stuff. So she's very much, that's why I moved.
I mean, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Outside of the family, you know, obviously a house full of people there. You know, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, brother-in-laws, whatever.
That girl Cindy, that was there from work. Cindy's mom just died. I know Becky went there and dropped off some food for him last week, kind of thing. And Cindy and her husband were going to come out to dinner with us sometime next week, so I was still sick. But she's really never been around. Marcia, the lady with an OT, I don't know if you saw her.
People
Well, I just didn't pay much attention to
she came,
there were different faces, I just didn't.
She came kind of later.
That's a friend of Becky's?
No, she works there. She stopped by for, what else she wanted me to do for her?
Marcia's a coworker?
Yeah, she's been there once. Like, I don't know. She wanted something. She wanted me to look
Cindy was a coworker?
Yeah, she wants to work cat lady. She wanted me to look at it. I think it's a piece of her furniture to refinish.
This girl Monica is a ex-college roommate?
Yeah, they're best friends out of all of them, some too.
And who is this, Nikki?
God, it's kind of recent, and it's like not often kind of thing. I can probably find it in the address, but I can't think of it. When I saw the last name, I might probably be like, yeah, that's her.
Okay.
Or I know she's complaining about her to someone else. So I know, hey, Melanie, look at this.
Anyone else at all?
No, I mean, that's she's family. She watches Ryan. She used to watch Ryan like 2 days a week.
Friends of yours, no?
Friends of mine in that area.
No. Friends that visit, friends you see?
None of my friends come to my house. It's too far to drive. Like, when I moved to Lamont, yeah, good luck. No one came over. It was, I left them kind of thing. It was a very long drive.
So you have no true social friends you hang out with anymore?
They don't come, no. My brother, he was there. I could have thought my
What's your brother's name?
Dean.
Was it?
Dean. D-A-N.
Same last name?
Yeah, for him to actually come on a drive, I have no idea what that had it done. They don't do that. My dad, and we went, when I was with my mom, didn't come to my house for a year, and I needed help with moving a pool table, and he came over. And he did the pool table, and he left. They're very much come to me, like, I just don't, I'm not close with, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know.
Let's talk a little more about this friend Rose from MySpace.
Okay.
All right. How long ago did you meet her? Or did she contact you?
It was this summer. Like the first message kind of thing. It was probably maybe like right before the summer. We went to the car show. It was the very first car show.
No, that's not, yeah, let's not go to the car show yet. You obviously put a profile on, that, you know, on MySpace.
Yeah.
She contacts you. When about was that?
Oh, God. Yeah, so I'm guessing it was like early spring. I would think.
How much do you think you guys corresponded back and forth via emails?
It's not really. It wasn't that much. Because I was telling Becky actually that I want to make friends. That it's like, and I love being with her, but I kind of want to, you know, like Becky go to the car show, she's like, I need a separation like this. I need something that's mine again. You know what I mean? Like, not saying it's a bad thing, you know, it's just kind of, the used car show. She's like, oh, I heard about that kind of thing. It was like that.
And that's the first time you met her in person?
Yeah.
Yeah, as we talked a little bit, or if your brother-in-law talked, or her brother-in-law talked, lot of times people don't post their own pictures.
Right, yeah.
Was she the one on MySpace that you met
Yeah.
later at a car show? Right, so I mean, it wasn't, you know what I mean? Wasn't that
Yeah.
mirage of, she puts a picture up, but when you eventually meet the girl, it really wasn't the same person.
No, she actually, she has the yellow Mustang, that's why.
Remember anything specific about that yellow Mustang? I mean, any real distinguishing features, the year of it, anything that?
That was 80s, was that.
Good condition? Was it
It was alright, it wasn't like the shit or anything, it wasn't crappy, it was just, you know.
okay. What else about Rose?
This Roger was there all
Was the barbecue then after the, car show?
Yeah, it was actually at this house, yeah. And then actually she found out, she asked me if me and Becky were together. I was basically like just repelled by that. It was just like two girls and we were just, so we really didn't talk. That was kind of the end of that.
Okay. Well, she was, you know, appalled by that. You know, you meet a little bit, you get, you know, interest in cars, you go to the car show. Is that when she found out that you were with Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If she's appalled by that, why did she come over to your house for a barbecue?
No, that was when she found out, when she came over for the barbecue.
Okay. All right, let's go back. When about do you think the car show was?
I think it was the first one on dates, not online.
But I mean, still in the summer of last year, or what are we talking?
Yeah, definitely summer.
When was the barbecue when she came over?
We had just moved in, so 6 months ago, whatever that was.
Did she come alone?
Hmm? Yeah.
Were you guys still corresponding? Obviously, on MySpace. How'd she get your address?
Here and there, but
But she had to know where to come.
Yeah, no, I told her. Yeah, I told her to the barbecue. That's what we do, you know. But the whole MySpace, like, there's strange people on there, and it was just, you know, you hear all the news about all that shit. It's like, I don't even want, like, I actually didn't delete it. I was like, I'm not doing that. It's just.
Yeah. After the barbecue, when's the next time you think you saw Rose?
New Year's. And she was there for, her boyfriend broke up with her, and she's probably there for about 40 minutes at that.
What do you mean,
So New Year's at the house already?
No, it's family. This is family. It was no big deal. It wasn't
But it was at the Villa Park house.
in the basement. Roger kept eating the pool.
Was she alone there?
Yeah, her boyfriend broke up with her that day, and that night actually from them.
And when else did you see her?
That was it. And then until last night. And it was probably, I know it was after midnight. I know that, and she didn't even come.
How do you know that?
Before it.
I mean, just when you're thrown it. Because a lot of things were fuzzy. You were really passed out.
Yeah.
And listen to me. We go back to the early part of the interview where I talked to you. Becky had fixed you Theraflu. You were falling asleep on the couch. Shortly, 10:30ish maybe, if the news was ending, you guys go to bed. You don't remember waking up at all.
Right.
Think about what you told me earlier.
Right.
Okay. You know, until basically Becky kissed you as she normally does when she's alone. When after midnight, I mean, when Rose stops by.
I'm guessing, I don't know, it's usually Becky, but probably like, what, she always, phone rings at night, she gets really panicky, like, that is, like, has to happen, so she hates that. Her brother calls, something like that, and she's so pissed off. So I'm like, everyone's calling my cell phone, usually I'll have it off, so it's no big deal. The dog was barking, my doorbell doesn't always work, and she got all pissed off about it. She didn't know who it was, I'm like, I'll get it, I'm like, you know, it's fine, and she was kind of like,
Waken by the dog barking?
yeah. The doorbell works when it wants to, so I get a little battery on there.
And you got up.
Yeah.
Okay. And Rose is out there with somebody else.
Yeah, I've never seen before in my life.
What's the conversation? What did she say to you?
Rose up and said, Rose is really drunk, and can I leave her car here? And then they ended up actually taking her car and leaving the other girl's car.
This was another girl she was with?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe her at all? Remember? White, black, Hispanic, Asian?
Hispanic.
How old do you think that girl might have been?
I don't know. I don't know if she was 21.
It could be.
Did
she look older though? Older than?
Rose was young.
Older than Rose, your age, Becky's age, if you can guess.
No, I don't think she was Becky because I'm wearing my age or younger. I mean, I don't know. I basically was like, yeah, fine, whatever, and closed the room back to bed. Like, I didn't care.
Okay. Ever heard Rose call her by name, or she never introduced herself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's Rose. She specifically says what?
She's like, obviously, she's like, Rose is really drunk. She's like, we park the car here so I can drive her home. I was like, yeah, fine. And I told her don't park on the street, I'm gonna get a ticket, and I just walked back to bed.
Did you ask how they ended up at your house or anything, or where they were at?
No. I was so just like in and out of it, I really didn't care. I just wanted to go back to bed. It didn't matter.
So they really never came in the house,
No,
visited
no.
for a period of time, used the washroom, did anything?
No.
Or did they come in from, were they into the porch area, or out by the driveway?
They opened the, not open, I always lock that porch door.
Right.
Because it slides open basically, so it's kind of like they were trying to pull on it, and my dog went crazy, so I knew somebody was out there, obviously.
Okay. So how long?
I don't think they made it in the porch, like maybe like on the back door of the door, but
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, asking if they're up in that porch area and more in that inner front door.
yeah, more the first door.
The first door where you come up the steps.
Yeah.
All right. Minutes at max?
Yeah, that, yeah.
All right.
I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'm going back to that.
Did you see where they pulled the car?
No.
I mean,
They're
what would be the normal parking of the car itself?
I said, don't park on the street. I said, pulling the cars up. I said, don't park on the street. They're both.
Let's start here. If we're going to go up and down your driveway, which car is closest to the garage last night, if you remember?
Usually she doesn't have that van though, so she has to pull all the way up with that. I haven't been working though, so actually she doesn't pull it all the way up. She has been putting it like right halfway, because our gate is broke. And you have to actually get out of the car.
All right.
Open up the gate.
So is your car technically, your pickup closer to the garage?
Yeah. No, we're both at the garage. Mine's always on this side.
So both these were pulled up to the garage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. I'm trying to get a location where these all cars were last
I don't know
night.
if she was pulled all the way up though. She's been not pulling all the way up because usually if we have to, so if I leave before her, we can get around each other, you know what I mean, to the block that she's been parking. I actually made fun of her. I was like, you're liking it, and I'm pulling up. And she's like, yeah, I get used to it, you know. Just
Okay.
to open the gate all the time.
And did you see where they parked? No, I'm guessing, did you see the car that they left at your house?
No, I mean, I said don't go out there and actually leave. Rose's car here is the yellow Mustang. I thought they're going to leave there, but I'm guessing Rose probably didn't let her. No way she was let her leave it there. So I made her drive that car, and I was like, okay, bye. And
Okay, you never looked at which car was left?
No, I just told her I saw highlights on the street. I said, don't park in the street. You're going to get a ticket. And this is fine. I just walked back to bed. Like I was so it's not into it right now, you know.
Okay. When I mentioned to you though, at the house earlier, I asked about who drives a black Explorer. You immediately told me it was Rose. That's how we kind of got onto that topic, because your neighbors were the ones that told me, or specifically, you know, the guy next door, was that there was a black Ford Explorer parked in the driveway, and you go, oh yeah, Rose dropped off the car. You remember that?
Yes, you're right. When she came, it's her dad's car.
It's one of those things again where we kind of talk here about.
I think it's a 4-door, actually, though. I've only seen like.
I'm just telling you, I know that's what he told me initially. But where it confuses me is, you knew right away what car I was talking about, but you just told us you never even paid attention to what they left at the house.
Right. Well, usually, she's the person I know that's there are like 4 people, definitely. Her dad's got it's a 4-door, has a big, one of the things on the side. Like, yeah, very jacked up, like, this is my truck, like, kind of guy. She brought it for the barbecue, because I was looking at it, and she was telling me to buy another Ford, because I had Jimmy and thing. So then I remember when I knew she was there last night, obviously, so I was like, oh, it's probably just Rose.
Okay.
Now, did you just say that you thought it was her friend that left the car there?
Yeah. They had the yellow Mustang was there, though.
So how could she be driving the Explorer and the Mustang at the same time?
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really vaguely saw the cars on the street and just walked back up. But it's also the clock window was her, so I mean, he said, you know, he's like, oh, it was Rose. I'm like, okay.
Oh, he didn't know her name.
Really?
Yeah, he told me he didn't remember me.
He's called her a cop.
Yeah, he just said, yeah, there was a two-door black Explorer. It's the girl that lives in Frankfurt. And, I mean, that's what he told me. And then I remember when I came into the house, I asked you, and that's when you're the one that threw out the name of Rose.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a four-door. I know it's a four-door. It's like a monster.
See, because that bothers me too. There were two cars there. This black Explorer and a yellow Mustang.
I didn't know it was when they left though either. Until he said it, I was like, okay.
This friend, or whoever was with Rose, was actually holding her up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would hate to think that she was actually driving when the friend was driving the other time. Yeah.
Pretty sure she was. Nice. I don't like that very much.
Okay. Nothing more over the time, whether it's since we left, something's jogged your memory about Rose?
We were trying to think of it. We looked on MySpace. Roger found a different way to search. We can actually look where it says like the age of people and threatening clubs, like stuff like that. And he was sitting there trying to go through that with us. And there's nothing on there. But it was like 17 pages for the one with the 5 mile, like with the clause and all that stuff, and it went to like 107 pages. So we started to go through all that stuff like that. And in between me going to need in bed and I grabbed a pillow and I smelled and this smelled like granny. I just had like a big freak out. And everyone like interrupting us, like talking and kind of thing like that. But I mean, you know.
I don't know if it's real simple.
Who's, Maria?
That's one of the college roommates. There's Rhea, Monica, Emily. There's one that never shows up a lot of time. I don't even like, it's her least favorite. She doesn't really talk about it. Monica's number is wrong in that too. She just moved in at the house phone, so she can't use cell phone. And Emily, I think she got hold up. You call Monica. We have a great number on there, so I know it's fine.
Maggie?
Maggie is Mary Beth. That's actually his cousin. He's coming down tomorrow.
Sharon?
Sharon. Oh, that is Sharon. I think Sharon's John Waller's mom. No. I don't know. I don't think about that one.
You know,
Maybe someone she works with. No, I don't know.
ROMV does this.
Range of motion. It's half work phone. So she has like, you feel like there might be van phones on there, or like DuPage something, or daycares on there. She shares it. They pay for like half of her bill.
Cindy?
Maybe 2 Cindy's.
Dean, that's your brother?
Yeah.
Do her parents or her family have any getaway places, vacation places, condos somewhere?
No, we always go to Disney. Always go to Disney all the time. We'll take Mickey Mouse people. Me and her mom. So we talk her dad into taking us. And then once Ryan was born, it's like he had to go every year kind of thing, and now Sarah has to go. I had Ryan trying to tell him to take us to
Who's Ice?
case of emergency. Probably her mom, dad, I'm sure I'm on there. I have her.
Yeah, we was sending text messages under the Heidi Ice.
I don't know, maybe we pushed in her looking for stuff today. She should be texting her. Oh, you know what happens though? If she puts her dad's cell phone on there, like if you have it like as a contact, it might actually just put him under that again. You know what I mean? Like mine will do that too.
We had a doctor's appointment yesterday.
I have no idea. She might have been taking a client to see a doctor too, like, I don't know.
You guys have any nicknames for each other?
Dumbass? No. Dumbass sometimes, I don't know. Usually she calls me dumbass.
She have a problem with the police recently?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else?
You think so?
Anybody you guys know get arrested lately?
No, I broke my axle on my truck. I got a police report and I'm like, she call for that and get it. So I had my driver's license on me, so he gave me a number, it's my insurance. I thought I actually just broke my, turns out, yeah, broke my whole axle. She usually does like the paperwork, stuff like that, you know. I don't really understand.
So you guys don't have any nicknames, pet names or anything like that for each other?
No.
Do you know this cell's number?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on the other officer's report.
Zero, 0, 1, 3.
Well, let's see if you can explain some of these. Hey baby, I'm going to dock tomorrow.
Oh, I was trying to get the doctor's appointment to meet. I was trying to get in.
That's what I just asked you about.
That wasn't yesterday though.
No,
That's why, yeah.
earlier in the week.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. He said he had a doctor's appointment yesterday.
Okay. Can't pick up, I'm with the cops. They don't want any phone on, so just text me. Well, last Saturday.
I was trying to get my friend out of jail. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just asked you about that too.
Oh, I thought you meant like us, like that, like.
I found my dad, but I have to pick him up from the cops.
Mhm.
Oh, was your dad with the cops or was your friend with the
No,
cops?
it's my dad that I didn't really want to say that.
Well, see, you're leaving out things and that's not good.
Yeah, stuff like that though. Like, that's kind of an embarrassing thing.
We told you all details are important.
Mhm.
And when you leave stuff out, which seems to be a consistent thing here today, you hinder us.
Okay.
Does she have a charging unit for this phone?
Yeah, she didn't just come.
We go back home when we get there. That way we can keep this thing charged. Do you text each other a lot?
Because like I'm in a meeting kind of thing like that, but college doesn't answer, so I'll be back. She's just starting to get into the texting actually. She never had it on her phone before. So like I would text her and she got like, it was like 15 once like without getting charged for it. But then people started to text her. She was like, that's what she had to get, like more on there. And I think she just started kind of getting into it a little bit. It takes people a while.
You guys ever use the train?
We would go to Oak Park once. It's like a gay capital over there. It's like, you know, there's a church she wanted to go to, and I don't know, we never actually went there. Start going, you know, somebody who didn't tell us we were wrong, basically. You know, they agree with us, don't knock it, kind of thing at the same time. It's one of those, like, this, each their own, like, come on in, and kind of thing. We were talking about doing that, because with kids, want to have some kind of something to go on, you know, with them, so we were talking about it.
When's the last time you went there?
Oak Park, we took Ryan, because he, yeah, it was on safari. in the train, he just makes up, it's funny, there's worms, summertime. That's why I don't understand, I don't know.
Well, why was she sending you a message, okay, have fun on the train?
What's that?
Why would she text a message, have fun on the train?
Oh, I was going to see my lawyer.
When did you see
I
your
thought you meant
lawyer?
like we were together, kind of thing.
When did you see your lawyer?
I didn't have to go, they asked me, I was scared I was going to get lost in the train. Especially being downtown. I'd rather drive with GPS.
So, you go through this kind of stuff and it's not jiving with what the stuff is that you're telling us.
Well, it's not driving. You guys said, when's the last time we took a train? That was the last time we took a train. Maybe you guys last
No, what did the doc say? You didn't go see the doc?
That was yesterday, though. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's like a client she has out. I'm not sure. You guys tell me dates on things, like I probably need a little more to you.
What is going on? How much longer are you going to be? It's almost been an hour. Your brother called, pissed off. What's going on? If he's up, don't be alone with him. What's this all about? What the hell's going on? Call me later. Can you explain these things?
Those texts ring a bell to you?
Yeah, it's just personal stuff that she doesn't want me doing. She doesn't want me to have certain people in my family or certain people that, when they get up, they get me, and she doesn't want me there alone.
So what's the deal? I mean, what was going on this week then?
Wasn't this week at all. I didn't go anywhere else.
None of that was this week.
No, not at all.
Anything else?
And for what it's worth, maybe you were asked, right? What's with the red marks around the eyes and that?
Oh, I scar really easy. I had light skin when I was working. I scraped myself.
Is that old?
Yeah,
Been there a while?
a couple of weeks, yeah, 3 weeks maybe. I kind of like when I got out of the shower, the scab kind of peeled off, so I kind of went with it. It was bothering me, and it's kind of it'll go away. I put that like vitamin E stuff on there.
Yeah. No recent fights anywhere? That's what I'm asking. You look in the mirror and you see the red stuff going on around the eye areas here.
Yeah.
Where'd this come from? An I love you message.
Not for me.
From Dean.
Oh, that's my brother. He sends me pictures. He sends like pictures of his girlfriend getting her hair cut, like stuff like that. I don't get the pictures on my phone. I have to actually go on the internet and do it. Oh, that was Valentine's Day, I think, wasn't it then? I bet you it was. He sends massive texts all the time to people. You hear anything else from Valentine's Day? It's funny when both of our phones ring at the same time, but I don't get the actual picture on my phone. So she's like, damn it, Dean, tell me stuff. Like, the pictures cost me more money. I don't care.
Would your brother drop by and talk to her?
No, I usually call her for directions, basically. With other ones that they do, there's, what's it, the name of the town? Not one, you guys familiar, Break Bridge View kind of thing. They do a lot of pickups there, and a lot of times they're like, I forget, she does a lot of driving around kind of thing. It's like if she's not sure of something, by the Chicago Bridge Oak, she'll call him and say, where is this at again? I just get really used to Southwest Highway, how it goes a different way, or like that, or something like that. It's like they'll call for a direction or something like that, but or he calls the house, answers the phone.
We just, you gotta keep all doors and ideas open here. You told us your brother has kind of obviously a checkered past, problem child, I guess you would call it. He texts or, there's some questions in here. How you're bonding your dad out of a jail, I don't know what's going on. I don't know you, all things aside, you and I have met for the first time, but we're trying to do everything for you, the family, and everything to find Becky. This is, quote, as everyone's told us, extremely uncommon. This, never has happened before. She's a 32-year-old woman who, just out of the blue disappears this morning, and her work van is parked right around the corner from the house with it. Strange, suspicious, problematic, okay? But as I told you way earlier on today, you're the lead we have, okay? You've had a long-term relationship with her. You're living together, okay? You know of little tidbits of things that could have gone on, things that were happening, strange things that,
Even like everyday stuff that I wouldn't think of, that would be a big deal, stuff like that.
It depends, something went on that changed this morning. If we want to try and find Becky or a lead as to where she could be or what's happened here, you might be the only lead we have. We're up there, we're going door to door, we're knocking on things. We're going to do as much as we can with phone records and what access we have to that. Obviously, you guys got the media involved, and we had no problem. We put out a press release about that. The media has contacted us. We've sent out various other resources. We've sent out messages to all law enforcement entities, that we're looking for, for this lady here. If there's something else going on, you need to let us know here.
This one is in the house. Hello? Hi. Yeah. No. Yeah, I should be only a minute or so. Okay? Yeah. Alright, thank you, Dawn. Yeah, I'm probably walking the daytime. We'll kind of figure it out. So Erica's in the station tonight, so yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright, thanks. Bye.
So, just finishing up, unless this is some, and if I'm going to assume something bad has happened here, and it's complete stranger danger, okay, Nicole needs to help us out here. And if there's anything that went on, anything that we need to know, anything you need to tell us, now's the time to do this, As time is going by here, it's problematic that she hasn't surfaced to anybody. There's a unfortunate, hard reality to it here tonight, Anything you can give us that maybe we didn't talk about, just maybe because we didn't ask it as a specific question. Something you think we need to know, somewhere we need to look, someone we need to call.
Okay. Yeah, me and Eric were trying to figure it out too. We're trying to play detective like this, or you know what I mean, or trying to figure out. She's like, no, maybe tomorrow. You actually go to sleep for a little bit and get some time and just lay in bed and think that might be something that I think is the most relevant thing that she talked about, and be like, hey, what about like this or something? You know what I mean? Like, I can see that.
Yeah.
I definitely can see that.
I don't know if you asked this, and it may have been brought up earlier, I don't know. But the dog was out there and did a track, and it looked like it kind of led towards the train station area. Is there any reason, any possibility why she would, go on a train?
She didn't say anything about it. I'm guessing, like, if she has an activity or something like that, she's like, oh, sometimes she's like, we're going here, she's excited about it. Like, old country buffet, hates it. She's like, OTV on there or something like that. Absolutely hates it, so she'll complain about that activity kind of thing. But no, she didn't say something on the train. She would definitely say something. Especially because I'm off. She's like, oh, let's go for a ride, or,
Well, you said that you guys would go to, Oak Park or something?
Yeah, it's just very much like, come to the game there. Just more, I get there downtown, like, it's just nice to see other people sometimes, and not feel like I'm your element. It only maybe twice, and it's,
You said Oak Park has a large gay community?
Yes, very much so, very much so. That's why there's a church out there she was talking about going to, just because with having kids, you want to be able to give, something to be like, this is okay, or, you know what I mean? Just
When you talked, you mentioned that earlier too, you talked about, it was something you guys were stuck on, or at least.
Well, we went to Vermont, we knew we wanted to move closer by our parents' house, we knew it would be different.
Right.
For the new page.
Was that something you were gonna do via an adoption, or
Both,
one of your ladies
no,
gonna get inseminated, or gonna?
She wanted, she was getting a little bit older, she wanted to have kids. And I wanted to foster somebody, I wanted to adopt somebody, just because I know what would happen to kids. And like, you can do that, we can do it at the same time, like in the process, I said, it's when we built, you can do this, I really want to do this, so at the same time. She was like, all right. So there's, for the fostering classes, you have to go by your county and do it. Like, so we knew we were moving, so we kind of held off on it for a while. Then I got sick, so we really didn't, we need to start talking about it again. We probably refinance one, finish the basement, and go up on the house.
Okay. You had mentioned earlier that, liver cancer. What's your prognosis with
Yeah, I'm clear.
You are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, did you go through a surgery?
It's
radiation, what happened?
It's a needle, basically. They put it in your liver and they put it in the tumor, and it's like a poison, and it basically eats away your tumor, and it just goes away.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
You mentioned that earlier, I didn't specifically ask.
No,
So health-wise, other than
one sick thing, it was.
the bad back injury from the shooting, et cetera, you're okay?
Yeah.
Physically, other than her shoulder that she went through last surgery a couple of years ago, she's okay?
Clumsy girl.
Okay.
Yeah, there really is,
That you're aware of, no psychiatric problems whatsoever?
No, her doctor told her she had seasonal depression sometimes, which said she
Based on, let me ask you this, based on your
The
relationship
doctor
with,
was saying that actually she had seasonal depression.
then that's a key thing when you say that depression. And I know it was strange, seasonal depression.
Yeah, she was like.
And did she ever get bummed out about these letters on the windshield of the car?
No.
That this is how people in society view me.
No.
She ever feeling depressed, downtrodden about herself and the nature of, what people think, in society still about,
No, she wanted a
people that
family.
live a gay lifestyle. None of that.
She didn't care. She didn't care at all. She let her want to work. Like, she told more people than I did, actually. Like, she wasn't ashamed of it at all. She was very happy about it. All she wanted to do is have a family, decorate the house, and, just keep it fun.
Okay. And then the bottom line, this, I might have asked it a million times here. 0 problems between you and her. No arguments, no fights.
Well, a little fight.
Nothing went on.
Sort of the garbage weight kind of stuff.
But nothing went on that would
Right,
you didn't do anything to her to hurt her today or last night.
No.
Your friend Rose or whoever dropped by with her didn't do anything to her, come in the house, hurt her.
Rose is 90 pounds. Soaking wet. Becky could smash her. That's why I don't think that you guys are looking into this, and that's great, but.
Yeah, but she came out with somebody else, he said too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't see it.
Okay. Family-wise, no one that you could think of would have been waiting out front for her this morning and done something bad to her.
My dog would have freaked out though. He's a nice dog, like he'll be, you know what I mean? But if anyone goes near you, he will freak out on you, you know what I mean? He gets very, this one guy had Brian, he worked for dinner one time, and he just would not let him near me. Like, I actually had to put him in the bedroom, like he was actually going after him. It's almost like his character. So then I was like, okay, this guy's weird, I'm not going to hang out with this guy anymore. Kind of thing. And that was in Lamont, like we were renting the house kind of thing. Highway would have went fucking ballistic. I know that. It would have been in a second.
Okay. All right.
One of the last things we got to ask with that is just to rule out any possibilities of you guys getting in a fight and something like that. Could you just, roll up your sleeves and stuff, make sure no scratches, anything like that? We've kind of been in the coat and long sleeves
I know,
all day,
I'm cold. This thing is being sick.
That's fine.
I'm blinking on this one. We have a down comforter on the bed, and we had to buy a mattress set because it's still too cold. We just do stuff like that. I don't know. Good to see.
Okay.
My back.
Like I said, we just gotta cover all the bases.
So I should give a card because I think of something, Paul?
Yeah, here's an issue.
Think of anything.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to boil down to almost calling 911. And I'm going to be upfront with you, and I'll let her dad know and her mom know. We are in the Saturday and Sunday. And I'm not using it as an excuse. I have a duty call. This is my, and, If we get any further leads, we will follow up on those leads, okay? But I'm being upfront and honest with you here, we are on a weekend. Most of these institutions that we need to utilize and get information from and use as search engines aren't available to us. So things, unfortunately, will kind of come to a halt for 2 days, okay? I just don't want to sugarcoat you and say, you know,
We're doing this.
this is going, we're here 24/7. You dial 911, any information, anything that surfaces you think we need to know, our people here know that, you know, my case, call Detective Zorich, this is what we got, okay? But I just want you to know that up front, that until Monday, and I can start calling these financial institutions and trying to find out if any activity has been done on any of these cards she's possessed or anything else has happened, you know, it's really a hope she surfaces, makes a phone call, something else happened, you know, talk about.
But is anything too stupid to think of? Like, I mean, if I'm like, oh, she must have some guy that I never heard of before, she's girl, I never heard of this, like, looking at something.
Right.
Like, what is too stupid? Or is it
No, I don't think it is.
That's why I try to think of
As
something.
silly as it is, and you don't think anything could have happened or not happened with this Rose, if you come up with another tidbit of information, like I said, I mean, Tinley Park is, you know, they've called me numerous times, they're working their butts off on this for us, because we don't have a whole lot more leads. To maybe at least talk to her, you know, something about who came pick up the car this morning, because the neighbor saw it. So someone came back to get that car. You know, the van was kind of first seen out on Division, maybe around that same time.
I feel like that we need to ask the neighbors what time he left. I think that van might have been.
No, they both, they told me 9 o'clock. Oh, the other one, yeah, I didn't talk to him.
When they pulled up, I just thought about it, I'm like, you know what?
I'm talking about the two people immediately to the north, yeah.
Yes,
Polish guy and then Phil Mulvers, because they were taking their daughter to school. That's why they knew what time it was when they saw the van. But at that time, it was still in the driveway.
Okay, so it wasn't the one across, okay, that's why I was wondering.
So.
So if I think of like the stupidest thing, it's not too stupid to call you or call
No,
someone.
you call, you know, if you think, if you're thinking something that's an immediate lead we need to follow up on, let me put it this way. Call 911, get an officer to that house. This is what's happened. This is related to, you know, Becky who's missing. Here's what the detective told me to do. If it's just a small tidbit of information on that card, the business card I left at the house.
I'm sure Jeff's gonna make that one. Like if I
Call, ask for detective's voicemail.
If I feel like it was stupid, she mentioned someone's name that I'd never heard of before, that's too stupid to say something about it. That's how you guys can watch me. I know.
Nicole Abusharif is sent home as investigators continue to hunt for any trace of Becky. When police search the couple's garage the following day, they find Becky's body locked inside the trunk of a 1966 Ford Mustang. She had been bound with duct tape, gagged, blindfolded, and suffocated with a plastic bag. When detectives question the couple's friends, they learn Abusharif had filed multiple bogus insurance claims, lied about having cancer, and even falsely claimed to have been a New York firefighter when 9/11 happened. Investigators are also told that Rose Sodaro was more than just a casual friend. With Abusharif jumping to the top of the suspect list, police bring her back in for questioning.
Not really expecting to play back.
All right, well, thanks.
You want something to drink? You want something to drink, Nicole?
No.
Okay, it's 2 o'clock, okay? Just sit there.
Oh.
Did you get your coffee, Nicole? What's going on? Did you want to talk to me?
No, I just want someone to talk to me and tell me what's going on.
Oh.
At this point,
Is your family okay? I mean, I know it's basic stuff.
Yeah, well, our family is okay. What we're trying to do is, you know, get all the information together, what we have, and then come in here and talk to you and talk to the family too, okay? If you can just bear with us just a little bit here, till we get all of our ducks in a row.
You know what's longer, the person that comes in here and talks to me?
I mean, it's probably not gonna be in the next 10 minutes.
Well, I don't want to be sitting here and it's like I'm doing nothing, you know what I mean?
Well, realistically, there's nothing to do right now,
You know,
that's what we have to do there.
like if I was that with her mom, it's different, you know,
So right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the key to that trunk. You have no idea where that key might be?
well, I don't know if Becky ever made the keys for him.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know if Becky ever made the key for him.
Okay. Like I said, I know it's kind of rough to sit in here when something like this is going on, but if you could just kind of.
Like all these things I'm trying to figure out, you know, like what can happen, or like, was she okay? What did they do to her, you know?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. So if you could just help us out, just, you know, hang loose. I'm trying to obviously accommodate you as best as I can. Okay, you want a more comfortable chair? Would that be better for you?
That back just hurts.
Well, I can give you a different chair. This one, it's a little more comfortable for you. These chairs aren't really the most comfortable thing. Okay? Just, like I said, hang tight, you know, bear with us, and once we get some more information, we're gonna come here and talk to you.
You know,
Unfortunately,
you guys come in and say you found a body, you know, and I have nothing.
I'm sorry, what?
Like you guys come in and like I found a body, like I have no idea, like this is my wife, this is not.
that wasn't me.
No, I know, but this is not someone that I just met, you know what I mean? Like I need to know things, I need to know what happened.
I understand, but see, these are things that we don't know yet, because we haven't actually gotten into the car yet. These are things that we're progressing and trying to do. So, but these things don't take, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I mean, they take a little while to accomplish these goals. So, that's basically where we're at. I mean, we're trying to get information and get stuff that we need to get done, and when we have the information, then we're going to come in here and talk.
I've been here almost 3 hours, and I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's you guys, I'm not saying it's bad, you guys do your job, and thank you, and I appreciate that, but it's just, my wife just died,
I understand.
you know, and her mom's not here, her mom's always the one that's here, you know, with me, and it's just.
Well, unfortunately, right now, you gotta remember this, though, is due to what's going on here, we really can't have all the family members together in the same place anyways. We have to keep everybody separate.
We keep me separate, basically.
Everybody. So, okay, so just bear with us. If you need something, knock on the door. I got your coffee like you wanted, and, hopefully we'll get the information soon. But like I said, this stuff takes a little time. Okay? Are you sure you don't want nothing to eat or nothing?
I just gotta get out of this room for a minute, you know?
No, that's fine.
Things down, you feel better, after like a half hour, I'm going crazy in here.
Anything you need?
Oh, my back just hurts.
Is that chair doing better for you?
It's just usually, I'll lay straight, I'll lay flat, and so I was sitting down there trying to.
You want to move this out of the way so you maybe lay down and crack your back or something? Or
No, I
stretch
crack my
out?
back out.
What's that?
If I crack my back, I'll pick it up now.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can't even go I can't even walk with Mel. I was like stay, 2 days, I can't.
What
I can barely pick up Ryan half the time. Like they just start letting me do it again, you know.
Did you hurt your back?
I got shot in my stomach.
Oh, that's right,
my back,
that's right.
And then it kind of was messed up, but it wasn't bad. And then I fell through a truck bay. When I worked at Brook Furniture, I was doing refinishing.
Yeah.
And I felt it was winter time. Usually there's a ramp, and there wasn't, and they put a blanket over it. And I was helping them load a truck, and it's right through one leg. I had the end of like a 12-person table, like a dining room table. And that, ever since then, it just kicked off. And it's been, I don't know. I feel not to pick up Ryan or, stuff like that.
Did you go to therapy and everything?
Yeah, therapy for probably back and forth for almost a year.
Now, when you were involved with the shooting incident, did you have to go for surgery or anything?
No, it didn't hit anything. It was,
Right through?
Yeah, it's right through, yeah.
What kind of, was it a big gun or a little?
It doesn't look, I don't think it doesn't look, I have no
22,
idea. They never found the shell for it. I'm not really
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Becky and Eric were in the bar already, and I was late. I was like, oh, we were gonna go see Vanilla Ice.
Oh, nice.
It was like a Thursday, and we were off on Friday. There's nothing to do. We just moved Vermont, like, lived there maybe a year or two or something like that, and it was at Sean Keely's off 83. Like, we didn't know it was a bad bar. We had no idea until the sheriff's department or someone told us it was after the fact.
Did they catch the person that was
One time they did, like about a year later, year and a half later, and he was at a stop sign or something like that with a warrant out, and they told me that they were gonna have a squad come pick me up, so I and then they called me back like 40 minutes later and said they let me go. I don't know if they need work or like a time frame. I'm not sure.
Well, is there anything I can get you that might make you a little more comfortable here?
No, I just someone talking to me. I'm just sitting here, it's just hard,
So you just wanted to chit chat?
Yeah, just something,
You want to give me a few minutes and then we'll come back and chit chat?
Yeah.
Alright. Mom's not available at this particular moment. What was I gonna say? What exactly did Mom say?
Well, we just wanted to clear up some of the things that we found out. That Mom's just as anxious as everybody else right now. You know that Mom loves you and cares a lot about you.
And she says that, you need to get through this, okay? And obviously, we're talking to everybody, okay? I just gotta go through it real quick, okay, Nicole? Yeah. What's that? Okay, you know you have the right to remain silent. Any say cannot be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer with you, and have him present anytime. If you can't afford to hire one, we'll get you one, and you can exercise these rights at any time. You understand that, though, you've seen them on TV?
Nicole, that's something we do for everybody.
Yeah.
What, arrest them?
Well, wait a minute. Just because we tell somebody their rights, whenever we talk to people that are here at the police department, we tell them their rights. We do that for everybody.
What is murder?
Well,
Look at the size of her. Look at me. I can't even think I'm flying.
You can't even do what?
I can barely pick up her nephew.
Well, you need to get yourself together. That's the time we're going to take right now. Hey, everybody's upset.
basically, like we said, I mean, Mom wants to get to the bottom of this. She wants to find out exactly what happened, and there's some information that we learned that we need to get to the bottom of, and we're hoping that you're going to help us out with this and get through this time as well as everyone else here. So some of those answers lie within you. There are answers only you can answer. And you obviously care a lot about Mom, so we need to try and get some resolve here and some understanding about the situation. And you've been great so far, and obviously this is a difficult thing, and what we need to do is get past this and get it behind us, go on with tomorrow. Okay? So what we're looking for is a little bit of resolve. You've been 100% cooperative, so I can't ask for cooperation because you've been nothing but cooperative with us.
Everybody treated you good so far, Nicole?
Except for the first day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while you've been here, everything's been cool?
He's not here, so he's on vacation now, so I've been alright with you.
Yeah.
My partner's been alright with you. So, I mean, Nicole, you know the answers that we need answered here, and that's what we need. We need to get on with this, and we need to finish this up, and so that the arrangements and everything can be made, and That's what we need to do. And I can't sit here and, he can't sit here and say that, we understand it, because I've never been in a situation like that before, and neither has he. You know? What we need to know is what happened. Can you work with me and help us get through this? There obviously must have been something really bad that happened, because from the people that we've talked to, and even Mom herself says nothing but wonderful things about you, even 5-10 minutes ago. Had nothing but great things to say about you, and it appeared to me that her heart is open for forgiveness.
Forgive me, I didn't do anything.
Well, there must have been something that happened somewhere.
I don't know what happened.
And these are the things that we need to get through here, Nicole. We want to give Mom that. I mean, downstairs you were talking about at the hospital and that happened to you, and all the support she's shown you and her family, and you kind of indicated that was something that was good. You know? Bottom line is sometimes things happen, and, you know, after they happen, it's a little too late to reverse them. But there's never going to be resolve or peace within these people that you feel so dear about until there's an explanation. And you know that. And unfortunately, I can't give that to Mom. Nobody here can give it to Mom. It's only one person. So that's what we need to get to. You know, I mean, there's really no question about what the outcome of what happened. Okay, it's the preliminary things that we're kind of confused about. You know, it's kind of like something that happened and nobody knows why it happened, but it happened.
Okay, no one knows why it happened.
Why? That's what we're trying to find out. That's where the resolve, that's where the peace comes in. That's where the healing begins. But without honesty, or forgiveness, you can't ask for peace.
What am I not being honest about?
I don't know. That's only you know that answer.
Was that a person? I don't know what to do without her.
I can see that. I can see that. I'm not doubting that. And, you know, that's the same way that Mom feels too. You know, she's got to have some resolve and some peace. You know, and I'm here, you know, to bring that peace to her and the rest of her family. You know, obviously they're well above caring level in a normal family situation. I mean, I haven't really been doing this job for quite a while now, but they definitely have a unity there. Yeah, it's something special, and you're a part of that. Regardless to where we're at today. You know, I don't think there's any, you know, negative feelings other than wanting to resolve it. But the resolve's going to come from you. I can tell you where we're at right now and what we have, but that's kind of irrelevant. What we need to know is what led up to the end result. Do you want to give that to her?
I don't know. I could give it to her, I would have. You think if I knew someone was in my trunk of my car, I'd call the cops and say, come look for her? No.
You know what, Nicole? there's a lot of times when people are in situations and happen and they act out of desperation.
Because that's hard to move.
And out of confusion and not knowing what to do. And I'm not sitting here saying that you're a terrible person and a bad person. I think you're a really good person. I think you have a really good heart, okay? But what I think is that there was something that happened and it turned out bad, okay? And I'm not saying for that instant that things that happened weren't wrong, but they did happen. But what we're looking for here is not what the ultimate conclusion was. We're looking at what led up to this, what happened. And, you know, Mom mentioned some things to us that you guys have had some problems in the past.
No.
About some confusions on her part.
That was when she first told them about us.
Okay.
Her mom basically sat there and talked to people and said, welcome to our family. Her dad was a little, once he realized that the IRAs, like retirement, stuff like that, and she'd never done before, just because she was older than me, the dad was like, okay, she's not letting anything slide, like, you're not doing stuff, you know. Melanie had a really big problem with it, and her family was so important to her that was really hard on her, and she had to sit down for a minute and think of, is it worth my family? And I told her, if you want to go, I'm not worth your family. Like, I've never seen anyone like that unit. I'm not worth that. You know what I mean? She actually went to counselor, like gay counselor or whatever. She went a couple of times. One, we went together once, and then she went like twice, and she was like, I don't need it, you know. And then like 6 months later, Melanie called her, screamed at her about the cost for I got with Lou. And
Who?
Melanie.
Melanie, okay.
And Becky sat there and cried in bed, and she was like, I don't care what you say. She said, I love her. And there's never been a problem. She thinks she was just scared she was going to lose her family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And we were still at the Oldmont house, and we were there like 3 days after that.
Well, there was never any mention of any neglect or any type of insufficient love between you and Rebecca from the family and the people that I talked to, and information I got from other policemen that were talking to the family. You know? But, like I said, we're at the end of the incident here. What we need to do is find out why this happened, and we need to know what you know about it.
I don't know. I would tell you. I swear to God, I would tell you if I'm sitting here. Why wouldn't I say this happened? You know?
I think maybe you're a little upset about it, which obviously is normal. But I mean, this had to be tremendously hard for you. You know, with this on your, mind. You know.
Last night I wanted to call her voicemail. I know you had her phone though. I didn't want to hear it. I just wanted to hear her voice. You know.
Yeah. You loved her, huh?
Yeah, I swear I did.
It must have been hard in the house there too, being in the house, seeing things.
Erica stayed with me. And
pictures on the wall.
And the doc stayed with me. And we just slept on the sofa bed. We all kind of piled in.
Yeah.
And I just took her pillow. And I was like, grab her Joseph. And I was never allowed, unless I was like really sick. She's like, oh, here you go. You know, I was never allowed to touch it. She wouldn't share with me.
Yeah.
But I was laying on it. When she came to bed, she was like, give my pillow. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I mean, I'm not doubting your affection or your love, however you want to classify that, towards Rebecca. Okay, and I don't think anybody here is. I don't think this is about a love or a not love towards somebody. I think this might be a case of too much love, over and above love.
I have no idea what you mean.
I mean, I think there's a lot of emotions involved here. I don't think that this is a situation where it was, I don't love you and you don't love me. I think this is a lot of love here. And obviously, from what the family says, is that you're that type of person. A loving person, and that's why they welcomed you into your family. Mom says you're like her own daughter. She loves you as if you were her own. And I can obviously tell that you definitely feel that she's like your own mom. And obviously she's upset, tremendously upset. And the only thing I can do is resolve. And that's what I'm trying to find, the resolve. Did something happen when Rose came over? She was in bed? How about before Rose came over?
No, Melanie left. And she was so exhausted. You know what I mean? She sat on the couch and she watched TV out and she made me their flu and gave me night flu. She told me she was about done with me being sick. And then I walked around the house, just like saw everything, and just told me to pick up all my snot rags. You know what I mean?
You know, my wife does the same thing with Lysol. When I get sick, she sprays and sprays and sprays and tries
I
to.
leave my snot rags everywhere.
And she usually I know a lot. I'm like, yeah, and I just fell asleep on the couch and she woke me up.
And what?
She woke me up and told me to go to bed.
Did you ever get around to picking those clothes up she was talking about?
Yeah, I didn't even wash it. Actually, Becky's mom's room in the dryer for me.
Yeah. So what happened next?
Went to bed.
You went to bed? What was she doing?
And she was so tired. I don't know what she thought. I thought she might have fell asleep on the couch too. She looked like her eyes were all like, just sleeping and then all red tattles. Like she just woke up.
Yeah. So you weren't feeling good in the first place?
No, I honestly, I didn't leave the house. I mean, I barely left the house. I was in bed the whole time. You know, Melanie came over and usually I say hi or something like that. And I didn't. I just lay in bed. And then Melanie was making like sitting in the fridge, like sausage for the party kind of thing. And they had dinner. And I was on the couch watching it. And I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry at all,
When did,
And then they comment, Melanie can cook really good. And I said, I'm like, if we ever break up, I said, you're still making me dinner. They have two nights. Melanie cooks is always good.
when Rose came over, where were you at? Were you sleeping?
Yeah.
Where was, did you wake up then when she came over?
And the doorbell doesn't work that much. It's like that battery.
Yeah, it's not your note on the door.
Yeah, and the dog is going fucking crazy.
Did you wake up then?
Yeah.
Did you answer the door, or did
Yeah.
Rebecca answer the door?
No, I answered the door.
Where was Rebecca?
She's still sleeping.
Where was she sleeping?
In the bedroom.
So what happened when you went outside and met with Rose?
Her friend is that she was really drunk.
Really? Hold on. I can't hear you. What happened?
Her friend said that she was really drunk. And
Like Rose's friend said that Rose was drunk?
Yeah, I said, can we leave the car here? And there was on the street. I said, go ahead. I said, just pull it off. Then you're going to get a ticket.
Yeah, those cops, they're ready to
And
take
then you're going to get in the
it.
porch. They didn't want to walk in the porch and just, so I was so out of there. So like the bed,
Yeah.
What time did she come over?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And we followed, I know Becky turned off the TV, the news was on. I'm not sure, I don't know.
So she wasn't on the couch anymore then?
No.
How did you feel about Rose coming over?
So leave the car there, I'd rather have to do that and check them anyway. Actually, Becky's rule, don't drive, they call me. I actually went downtown, with one of my friends, and it was probably maybe 11:30, and I was so liberated. And I called her, and she's like, all right, she came in her pajamas, she's like, I had to get out of the car, do I walk in the car? I'm like, no, and then she just like, I'm turning the corner, she's jump out, and that's it. It's kind of so it didn't bother me.
How did Becky and Rose get along? Were they friendly?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, there was no conflicts or anything like that? And this other girl that was with Rose, you don't know who she was?
I've never seen her before in my life, I have no idea.
What she looked like?
I'm trying to think. Dark hair, actually it was really long.
She just kind of said, hey, I'm friends with Rose?
Well, she just kind of had Rose like that,
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, actually.
Where they were at?
No, Rose is like 21 years. I don't know,
They're obviously at a bar or something?
I'm guessing.
So then what happened next?
Something like that.
Did Rebecca wake up when Rose came over and the dog was barking?
I think she was trying to look up and I got it from my father. She was okay.
She didn't ask who it was or anything?
No. Okay. One thing that scares her is when the phone rings, she's real late and it's bad news. So, and like when her dad, she was out like cleaning, her mom was the same thing. And she couldn't sleep and the phone rang like at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It was whenever her grandpa died, so I was like the late phone calls. So she hates that, you know what I mean? That's the way, but.
Does mom stop over at the house a lot with you guys? I'm not sure exactly where she lives.
Streetwood. We actually live very closer with them, yeah. They actually come over, quite, our house is bigger, you know, so they come over quite a bit. Melanie and Roger come by a lot, and it's funny because they'll come over for like, we're gonna go do something or drop off by, and they'll be here from like Saturday, and they'll like spend the night, and leave like Sunday night, and I'm like, oh, it's like everyone loves Raymond, like, where's you look, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny.
Did you talk have you been talking to her mom a lot since this happened?
Yeah.
Did she tell you anything interesting? I don't know. I mean, did she ask any questions, anything?
I'm usually for them crying. She's the only one who really gets me to break down.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that. She's obviously a good woman. Strong woman at that. You don't find too many strong, good, loving, caring, supportive women out there. In other stages, a lot of mothers, you know, their own thing going on. How are you feeling right now other than upset?
Silence, I feel it's not feel good. It's not like this.
Your stomach's bothering you?
It's been.
Has that been part of your sickness that you've had?
No, this is more than anything.
Okay. How do you feel?
When we first, when Jeff first came over, the police officer was like talking to him, so back then I could go up to the bathroom. It's kind of both ways now, but when we were watching the news the first time, when I started crying, when I go in the bathroom, I drew up, it's just, I just do that, I guess, and I get really upset.
So what do you think, Nicole? What can you do to help me?
I don't know.
What can you do to help Mom downstairs?
You've seen the size, but I can't, you know what I mean? I couldn't do anything to her. I can't put her in a trunk. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? There's no way. She wouldn't kick my ass. Are you kidding? No. You know? I have no scratches, nothing. It's nothing.
Doesn't always happen like that, though. Well, part of the reason why we came in here to talk was one of the things you said consistent with what we found. I'm not going to go through the list of things. And what Todd here said is absolutely true. Everything that happened is past tense. Everything that's about to happen happens right here.
The things are consistent is because
You weren't completely accurate with us.
this way.
Nicole, I'm saying you weren't completely accurate with us. And it's not because you got it wrong. It's because you chose not to tell us. And I want you to remember that, Nicole. No one is putting nothing on you that you didn't do. It's not going to happen. And that includes, I'm not calling you a criminal. Nicole, you're not a criminal. You're the one that sat in here and said, let's talk. You're the one that has been helpful. There's a lot to be scared about. And there ain't no doubt about that. And Nicole, one of the things that I've noticed when I was sitting here talking to you, not only now, but before, you're not a stupid woman. You are a sharp, smart young lady. I've also noticed that you're pretty.
I say not smart. I'm not so smart.
No. There's a difference between book smart and being smart. You asked me to take an algebra test, I'm going to. You asked me to tell whether someone is true or not, I can tell. You can do the same thing. No, there's a difference between being smart My ex-father-in-law, he used to be a cancer research radiologist. The guy was incredibly smart, but the man couldn't even balance his checkbook. I could walk over there and pull something out of his wallet and his pocket wouldn't even know it. But I could never call him stupid. And then I could ask you to take a test on something. You might not pass it, but there's a hell of a lot of other tests that you would not only pass but ace. No, Nicole. We're not talking stupid here, but there's also something else that I'm not talking here. We're not stupid either. And you couldn't be looking at affairs, cops. And a lot of times I don't think of myself as a cop. My name is Dave. I know what it's like to be sitting in a chair grieving. I know what that's like. So does Todd. I also know what it's like to be scared and not know what to do. I also know what it's like to be between a rock and a hard place. And I know what it's like where I did something, but everybody else is going to think it's the worst. So what do? Do I tell them what happened? And leave it open to chance to what they want to think?
I'm wondering what you guys thought the first 10 minutes you guys were here.
Well, Nicole, something like this just doesn't happen and then you walk away from it.
No, they don't.
It doesn't happen. Nicole, the truth always comes out. And you're smart enough to know that you have a side story, although some of it is not the greatest. Some of it is not the greatest. You're also smart enough to know that if you could go back, you would do things differently. You always do. But that's the part about life that we all are strapped with. You can't do that. But you can do something about it right now. But right now, during a police telling us things that aren't true, it's not going to be good. You have a side of the story, Nicole, and I am interested in your side of the story. And I am willing to listen to the bad, and I am very interested in the good. Nicole, look at me for a second, please. Nicole, I've been a detective for 22 years now. 22 years. And I have investigated a heck of a lot of cases. A heck of a lot of cases that involve burglary, let's say involve robbery, people that rape. But I've also investigated a lot of deaths. And it ain't like TV. Some things are like TV, like CSI. You ever watch CSI? They find out. Well, they find out because that's what we do. There's so many things that we could do to recreate what happened. You know, when you leave your house, I can pretty much tell where somebody is on cell phone. You know that. That's why I asked you what cell phones are all about. Nicole, bad things happen. Good things can happen out of them. And you also know that this will come out at the end. It always does. And you can do one of two things. You can turn away from it and run. I'm going to be honest with you, it's kind of like what you're doing right now. Nicole, or you could face it. And I promise you, Nicole, I am not going to put anything on you that you did not do.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
No one's been doing that at all. Right.
Well, now, wait a minute. Who's done that to you? I mean, I'm sure you've had that in your past because I have too. But I'm telling you this, I'm not going to do that to you. Well, something bad happened out there. And it doesn't look good for you. And you know that.
And then just for a second, he called me, the guy with the green hat out there.
I'd like you to put the guy with the green hat and the other guys aside, because that's not us right now.
Well, I'm just saying right away, I mean that, that's why, like, people ask me questions and this and this and this, and it's like, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to say, I don't want to do, and
I know
I
you
don't say, like, I don't know, if I I was going to go to the doctor. Well, I left that out, and that's when big shit did. Well, I don't know.
Is that the truth, though? If you leave something out that happened, does that mean you're guilty? No, it doesn't.
But that's how everyone was acting, so I get, like, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Scott,
Everybody has their
that guy
opinions.
from Range of Motion, Scott, he's weird. At the Christmas party, it was like a white elephant gift, okay? He's like a horse and put a baby's head on there and put blood in his eyes and his ears and his mouth and said, I'm not a slave, and thought that was real funny. Becky drove him to the train station last week. He works there. You know what I mean? Like that, and they're like, oh, okay, and like no one knows.
So what are you saying about that?
I'm just saying, if they were telling me to think of anything, like, you know what I mean? Well, you know,
Right.
there's that, there could be that. Like,
Are you
it's just-
thinking that Scott crept into your house and did this?
No, I'm not saying he was in my house. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I
I'm just trying to
understand.
think of things.
There are some things that you said, and you know what? I'm telling you this, Nicole. Let's set that aside and let's start over right now.
Those
So
people
what
aren't here.
I'm asking you, let's start over with, let's talk a little bit while longer. You want to smoke? Believe me, you, me, and Todd are going to need to smoke in a little while, but Nicole, time has come where it's going to come out.
I can't wait till it does, so now I can realize what happened to her and what didn't happen to her.
Got a pretty good idea of what happened. And I think there's also a pretty good idea. Cole, sometimes things like this happen where you don't mean to do it.
I did not do this.
Yeah, well, you know what happened. You know why. You know why she is the way she is right now.
No, I don't.
I think you do. You need to tell us. Nicole, I'm not trying to be cold to you. You're a human being and you're a good woman, and that'll never change. But you know that this just isn't going to pack up and go away. Am I right?
I know.
I'm not going to violate anything on you. I'm not going to violate the good nature of this woman sitting right here in front of me. And I'm not going to put nothing on her that didn't happen. And I can answer a good majority of questions right now. With physical evidence and the evidence that we have and everyone coming forward right now. I'm not going to tell you who all is here. But I know one thing. I can walk out of this room and I can know. That's up to you. No one's going to rip it out of you. That is all up to you. And there's another thing too. What's that?
Everyone wants it from me, right? Great.
No, everybody wants everything from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a pretty big part in this, wouldn't you say?
I don't have any part in this.
I'll have evidence to show otherwise. And you can't dispute that. That you could help me with. A lot of times these things start out as an accident. You get scared, you don't know what to do. Is that what it was?
No, I didn't do anything.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You've told us things that aren't true, and you know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you, Nikki. You could sit there and hide your face from me and say, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened to her.
You just woke up one day and there she was in a car. Come on, Nicole. Nicole, you ain't a crook. I all know that. You're not an evil person. We see it in you. You got a good heart. And whatever happened sounded to me like a damn accident. And you weren't sure who was going to believe you. When you say that there were never any problems, every relationship has a problem. That's one thing no one in the world would believe right there. It's always problems. I might very well believe that you and Becky were able to work out your problems. You guys started off with a relationship harder than most people. Battled through a lot of stuff together, and you guys lasted for how long?
7 years.
Yeah. Nicole, you worked out a lot of problems. I would call you a master at working out problems, ones that I never would ever have dreamed that I'd have to touch. But there's a problem that happened that night that you can't work out. You can't work that out, Nicole. There's no doubt in my mind you needed time to sit back and think. And you didn't know what to do. Nicole, there's another thing. You're not crazy either. Right about now, a lot of people sit and tell me, well, something happened, but I don't remember. Can't tell you how many times I've heard. And when you have a cold and you take a few swigs out of a NyQuil bottle, you know, kind of puts you out for the night. But it's not the same thing as taking a bunch of downers and drinking a case of beer and going out for the night. A lot of it is resting on some of the people that are here. A lot of it is also resting on you. True to my word, Nicole. I'm not going to look down on you or put nothing on. But the same thing goes with me, with Todd, with you. We're all accountable for what we do. And even when it looks bad, there is some good. I know you're thinking right now that this. But I'm telling you like this, your life isn't over. Nikki, your life is not over.
It's going to be really fast. I'm funny.
Have you ever been suicidal before?
No.
Well, no one's looking at your life being over here. But I'm going to tell you this, right now, that whole family's going to want to say, why? They always do. And I have no problem with bringing her up here and giving you a hug. The way things stand right now, I've got a big problem with it. So does she. Let me ask you a question. Are you just saying that? Or do you truly believe that inside your heart?
No, her mom deserves to know. Her whole family deserves to know. Everyone dies.
And what are they going to think of you?
I'm sure they think they're me now.
No, really, what are they going to think of you? Are they going to think you planned this? Nikki, come on. Is that what they're going to think? Would you like them to know what really happened? Was this planned? No. I can give you probably right now 20 good reasons why it wasn't planned. That's what I said. I've investigated a lot of deaths before Nikki. And after it happened, got scared. Didn't know what to do. And yes, you did call us. And there's a part of you that knows that this truth will come out. Part of you wants to bring it out. Another part of you hopes that this is just going to all blow over and go away. Maybe the bad part will blow over and go away. Nikki, you know it doesn't. in this case, it can't. And as each minute goes by, we learn more and more. Everyone comes forward. Becky, was this thing just an accident?
I didn't do this.
I'm not saying that you did anything. Was this an accident?
I don't even know what happened. I don't know what's an accident and what's not.
So you're just going to say, You're just going to say, I guess we're all in the dark here then. You don't believe that this is just an accident right now? Nikki, what do you think would happen? What should happen to you right now?
What should happen to me?
Tell me. I care a lot about you right now. You know, when someone says, oh, there's not a mean bone in their body, that's usually all bullshit, you know, because everybody has a mean streak. Most people have a good handle on it, and it is okay when somebody lets that handle go for a little while and freaks out. I've done it. Todd's done it. Everybody I know has done it. And I truly believe that you have a good handle on the mean streak in you. But one of the meanest things that you can do right now wouldn't be maybe mean to the community or me or to Todd. Might not even be mean to you, but it would be mean to Becky's family. You're going to be standing down later where you're going to have to turn and apologize to them and said, I was just scared. Or would you rather Mom just sit in this room and say, she's going to be pissed at you, she has every right to be. Are you afraid of handling somebody who's pissed at you?
I'm scared of going mad and going mad all the time.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Going mad all the time.
Well, people are mad at everybody all the time. I mean, that's the way life is. It's not because of you. People get upset. People fly off the handle. That's a part of life. You fly off the handle, Becky flies off the handle. But it's kind of coming around and repairing it. And that's the circle of relationships. Are you afraid if Mom walked in here? Believe me, I'd let that happen without any problem at all. To let her be mad at you. Why? Why did you go through all this cockamamie, make up stuff? Why didn't you just tell us? Why did you leave her lying there? Because your side of the story has an answer, and she's willing to accept that. That type of woman, you've got a chance right now, and I'm telling you, you've got a chance right now to totally divide your relationship with them or bring it together and keep it going, despite this. Right now, it doesn't seem like that, but it can happen if you so choose. It's your choice. You want to enter into this world from here on out all by yourself, that's your choice. I think you can sit down and talk.
You guys have your minds made up, so there's only to talk about.
Do you think I have my mind made up?
I'm damn sure you do.
What did I say happened out there?
I'm just saying, you're doing whatever it's me either way, it doesn't matter. There's no one else in the world, it's me.
Nick, I'm not looking to put nothing on you that you didn't do. I'm serious. I wouldn't do that to my family. I wouldn't do that to anybody. I wouldn't want it done to me. But Nikki, should I hold you accountable for what you did do? Look at me. Please, should I?
What do you, not depending on what you think I did.
No, should I hold you accountable for what you did do?
If I did something, yes, hold me accountable for it.
So you
That's
agree
fine.
with that?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
And would you agree that I should not hold you accountable for something that you did not do?
Yes, but apparently it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, no, it does matter.
If it didn't matter, we wouldn't be in here talking to you, Nicole.
How many things can you think of right now? And I'm going to think of about 5 things right now where you told us things that weren't true out there. How many things did you tell us that wasn't true? Well, then what am I supposed to think? I'm not looking to write you off, Nicole. You're not a crook. You're not a killer. You're not an evil person. I won't. But I know one thing, you're scared and you're not sure what the heck to do, and you can't go back and turn this around. Nicole, I'm always going to treat you good here. You deserve that, no matter what. But when you tell us things that aren't true, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you want us to believe what you're saying, right? Well, what he's trying to tell you is that when you want us to believe what you're saying, and there's been so many things that you've said that are not true, it obviously makes it a little bit hard to believe. You understand that? I mean, you know that. And, your stomach's in a knot, you're all upset, your stomach is upset, you said you were throwing up, you've got, digestive problems. I think we all know why that is. When something's on your mind, it not only affects your body, stresses affects your body, period. Whether it's your digestive system, your back, your head, your mouth gets dry, there's all sorts of effects for that.
Also affects your train of thought and your judgment.
And like we said before, Nicole, we're not looking for the answer to how, we're looking for the answer to why. That's what we're asking for. And we can and either everybody can go on their own conclusions and their own thoughts of what might have happened or what could have happened, and most times like that, people don't go on the generous and the kind thoughts. I mean, even today when we were at your house, you remember that when I was there talking to you? And the other detective, you said you didn't like him too much, he was kind of harsh with Evan. And and the whole time, Nicole, when we were at your house and we were downstairs in the basement, you were talking about your job and, the dog and the Mickey Mouses, and you brought me into the room where the nephew comes and stays, and I knew what was going on there, but did I treat you wrong? Have I been harsh with you at all? Have I treated you other than a woman? Okay, I treat people like that. That's what I do. Because just like he said, I don't think you're a bad person. Okay? And you know what? It would be wrong for me to leave this room today and not have an answer to everyone else's questions and to think that you are a bad person. And I don't want people to think that of you, because even the little amount of time I spent with you, I know you're not a bad person. But I can't give anybody any resolve or any peace without answers that you have to give. Like I said, I have the house. I've got a million houses. I don't have the whys. You understand what that means, right? And you know what? You might have seen a lot of movies where, the police come into the room and they yell and they scream, they throw things around, but here, I'm not going to do that to you, and neither is he. Because you know what? You're a good person. You're not one of these, people that we deal with on a normal basis. You were involved in circumstances that turned bad. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. But, like he said, you're smart. You said you're not book smart? Well, I'm not book smart either, but I can tell you what, you answer my question for me now. I'm not a smart person, but do I know how to treat somebody? Have I treated you good? Yes? I treated you like a complete woman all day. Respected you, got you a chair, because you got the back problem. I've done nothing but be nice to you, even after I know the things that I know. Because I'm not sitting here looking at somebody that's scum, criminal, vicious person. I'm looking at somebody that...
Somebody that made a mistake.
Exactly. But I can't bring resolve, and I can't show that this was whatever it was. I can't show the whys and tell everybody, hey, this is what happened. I can't tell anybody anything different. All I can go with is how. It doesn't say why, though. You know, we could go to an accident scene, there's two cars in the middle of the street. I can tell you what happened, but I can't tell you why it happened. Could be some person on their cell phone, could be somebody drinking, it could be a lot of different things. Maybe somebody dropped a cigarette and all that. There's 100 different reasons why an accident could happen. Maybe a deer ran out in the middle of the street. Lots of reasons of why things happen. It happened, but I can't bring resolve and I can't bring peace to the people that are obviously very dear to you without your help. And I could sit here all day and badger you, and we could play all type of cop games and that, and you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to treat you like that, because you know what? From the time I met you today, you've been actually a pleasure to be with, and I feel bad for you, and I'm trying to help you, but I can't help you without you helping me. And I'm not gonna walk out of here and leave you and treat you any differently now than I will 3 hours from now. But I'd like the opportunity to go downstairs and explain to these people that are dear to you and have accepted you as part of their family, you know, that's the only offer I can give to them. You know what I mean? And you know what? I think you know deep down inside that you owe that to these people. Not many people out there are going to welcome, as he said, a same race, you know, a same gender relationship and welcome you into their family and accept you, not only as their daughter's wife, as you call her, but as a daughter. Not many people would do that. Not many people would face the embarrassment of saying, this is my daughter's wife, or my, you know what I mean? I mean, you know what it is. I've never been there. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I do know. But these people here, they've gone through probably a lot of criticism, probably more turmoil within that family, as you said before, than you probably even know about. But these people have stuck with you. I mean, you tell me.
Nikki, don't keep them in more turmoil.
Oh.
Can we just hang out for just a little while longer? And what's that gonna accomplish?
I don't know, I just didn't eat hair, it's sitting here for 6 hours, right?
Nikki, I can understand that, and I'm up for a smoke, all right? But what I'm concerned about is that's a shot to get out of here to run.
Yeah, because you're in a police building.
No, I'm wrong literally, but I mean.
I can't deal with this right now. I need a mental mind break.
You can drill me the whole time I'm smoking.
I'm not gonna.
I'm saying you can do the same.
I don't want to drill you.
No, what I'm saying is you can do the same thing on this. I just want to say that.
I don't, listen, Nikki, we don't want to drill you.
Nikki, this is a mistake. And a mistake has an answer. And a mistake has a reason. This is a mistake, and that's all it is. But I think you're making a second mistake by trying to hide from this.
Well, apparently now it's just the lawyer, right?
You know, that's up to you. I told you, Nikki, you're a human being, and I respect that.
I don't know what the hell's going on, sometimes it's going.
Well, when you want one, just say the word.
Is that going to bring resolve to these people?
is a choice you make right now. Sounds like to me that that's what you want, and that's what we'll do. Anybody you wanna call? You wanna call your dad? Is your dad a lawyer?
No, but I don't have anything.
So you don't have any particular person of the legal profession that you wanna contact? Okay. What'd you say?
I never had need for a lawyer ever in Illinois.
I know that. All right. We'll take a break. Just want you to hang out in this room for a little while longer. Anything you need, I know you want to smoke and fresh air. But until then,
We just go leave us and come back this summer.
I'll just hang tight for a little bit. So like I said,
If you spring this on me, I'm just gonna sit here.
I don't.
I'm not
There's a lot of things to do right now. There's a heck of a lot of things to do. And as much as you're needing a break or fresh air or so,
I mean, I'll smoke in the bathroom, I just want a cigarette.
it's public building.
I'm just saying, it's not the outside.
I kind of like my job.
It's not a fun elevator ride, it's.
No, I know what you're saying. You want to smoke, and so do I. But right now, there's a bunch of things that we now need to do. So, all right, why don't you just hang tight for a while? Should be cool. I'll get somebody with a phone to get in and let you call your dad. Okay.
Hang on to my cell phone, I don't know if
Do you know where her cell phone is?
I'm not positive, but I'm sure we can look in.
Oh, let's see if we can do that. Like I said, Nick, excuse me for yawning. Not gonna violate your rights in any way. So you just hang tight. We'll get that going.
Do you want anything else? Anything else besides a cigarette? All right, Nicole, you want to go ahead and cigarette?
Yeah, thank you.
Despite Nicole Abusharif's claims of innocence, she was charged with first-degree murder. She was convicted at trial and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Investigators believe Abusharif killed Becky in order to collect a $400,000 life insurance payout and continue a relationship with lover Rose Sodaro. Police don't think Rose had any involvement in the murder. She had been lied to by Abusharif, who had insisted she and Becky were just roommates.